Yes. I'll tell you right now. Okay, you're live. So, guys, welcome to Fundiendo Neuronas. And today we're having a conversation, a debate with La Princess, the princess, and Edim about this controversial topic. If Latina do really have the upper hand and are more attractive than Black American women, to be more specific, and let's have this conversation. Oh, or was B. Simone really being desperate, or was she being herself a comedian? And these things were not intended to go that far as it went. Evie, I want to welcome you, and you can start. Yeah.
So at first, I'm gonna say when we talk about Latina women, if they have the upper hand, and we're just talking about Black women in America,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that they definitely do. I mean, we know that they do because of how they're hypersexualized at the moment. Uh, we can tell that they're consistently being compared. We can tell that their men in America are specifically have this obsession with Spanish women, and we can tell that um, that there's this new thing, and to create to Latinize just everything feminine in America right now. So of course they are going to be the dominant woman right now. As for beauty standards, that how I feel like I'm not gonna. It depends on what type of Latino woman you're talking about, because like when you look talking about Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, I'm sorry that I don't know the phrases. You guys can correct me because I know on my channel sometimes when I talk about Latin topics, I get a lot of lashback because I don't use the right terms. So if I say the wrong terms, please forgive me. But when you're talking about Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, they look very similar to the Black women in America. So I don't really see like the difference, or like, like if you're talking about beauty standard wise, I don't think that. I think that there's ugly in every ethnicity, of course, or not ugly, but like just not the
Yeah,
American
that's very
standard.
important. Yes, and that's
Yeah.
so important.
Yes, that's beautiful, of course. Um, but if like, do they legitly have the? I think that Black women allow them to have the upper hand. I think Black women like catering to this whole Latino women are better, because their men perpetuate it, or the majority of them men perpetuate it and spew that nasty venom out, that they actually believe that it's true.
Okay. Very interesting, actually. Yeah, you gave a lot of good points, very interesting points. And you, Princess, what do you have to say about that? Of course, you live in Europe, but
Yeah,
basically,
yeah. I am not Black American. I live in Europe, but I'm not gonna lie. I do also see what Eddie says. There's also a lot of how can I say it? Well, I am French speaking African, and even in our music, in our popular music, we have a lot of Latin phrases. And I feel like because of the influence from the America, it's also reaching, the Africans here in Europe. I don't know if you noticed that in the music, but I feel so. I definitely agree with Eddie.
okay. No, I get what you guys say, and I kind of agree on one point, and it is maybe they have the upper hand because they're being sexualized, like you say. All women get sexualized, but in the US, especially because they're foreign, men or society likes exotic foreign women or things, objects.
But I have a question about the
Mm-hmm.
foreign term. Many of these Latinas are actually born and raised in the US. So what is it that makes them more foreign than other women? Because I jumped on a live where she was Arab, but she was born and raised in the US, and she was not allowed to call herself foreign because all the men told her that she's not foreign if she's born and raised in the US. But why is it different for the Latinas who are born and raised in the US, because they refer to themselves as foreign, and everything is okay, everything is fine, no one says anything. But with this particular woman, she was told, and these were Black men, so they told her that she cannot call herself foreign. So, I'm just.
That's interesting, because I know that in the U.S. In the majority of Anglo-Saxon countries, you have the nationality of those places when you are born in those countries. It's the jus soli. You're born in the U.S., you have automatically the U.S. citizenship. It was also years ago like that in England or in the UK, where it actually began, in Australia, New Zealand, and all that stuff. But I guess they mean foreign. That's how I interpret it as, okay, you were born maybe in the U.S., but you're not really from here in the same sense as Black Americans who have been there for 500 or 400 years. So they are an intrinsic part of the society. Of course, Texas, Nevada, and all that stuff belong to Mexico 200 years ago. But maybe they mean like, okay, you're not really from here. Even if you're 3rd or 4th generation American, your parents come from outside of the US. It is interesting what you said, that Arab girl was not allowed to call herself.
So I want to add on to like what you were saying, that princess, and then I want to like jump into like the topic of like what's really happening here.
Mhm.
So in the Black community, anything foreign is basically anything other than Black. Let's keep it real, and specifically targeting Black men, because of course most of their life we know a lot of Black people don't travel as much as a lot of ethnicities of people, a lot of cultures of people, so they don't really have a taste for other people's culture. So when they see something different, they consider it foreign. So, like my Trinidadian sisters and Jamaican sisters, they would be considered foreign because they look a little bit different than the average Black woman in America, right?
Great.
So that's what like the and people try to use that foreign thing. Black Americans try to use that foreign lingo to like separate like who's more the standard of beauty. And you can tell that by like when 50 Cent did that video with Lil Wayne, when he was like, oh, that they were talking about how they wanted something foreign, and they were just basically talking about a woman that's other than Black.
Okay.
So
Um,
then when you jump back into this whole Latino conversation, and the idea of them being foreign, and their idea of them being sexualized, is because the Black men can't over sexualize white women in society, which is the woman that they really want. So y'all gonna be mad at me that I say this, but Latino men are more submissive and not as dominant as the white men in America. So
uh-huh.
they allow them to over sexualize their woman. And
Oh.
that's why, and this is what I'm going to be talking on my channel today. And La Princess, you know about it too. When I told Latino women that y'all are up next, and I'm not saying that y'all up next in a good way. It's just because this is how Black women started and their sexual journey in America. Remember, the Black woman was the video vixen, the same thing that's happening right now. And it all started off cute and dandy, because they were like, oh, you have nice bodies and you have this. And then it became really damaging to the Black woman's image, as you can see why Black women are so disrespected as today. So it's starting off right now with Latino women, where you see they're perpetuated in music videos. They're being pushed in Black music. They're being pushed. So guess what's going to happen in the future? Y'all are going to be the new Black woman, and America standards, and y'all going to have the same damage as Black women.
You're giving a lot of great points here. First, what you said is not correct. Sorry, like Latino men are less dominant than white American men. Maybe I do not agree, but okay, I do not live there. But so I will respect your opinion.
Well, they can't be dominant, because at the end of the day, they are not the majority of people in America. Not in America.
Politically, yes. Politically, yes, of course. And I think, yeah, of course. the white man owns the world, dominates the world, because it's all about money and political power in this world. That's called a sheep, as I like to say. So of course, in that sense, they will be less dominating, of course. But from a character, as a person, I disagree, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I look at dominance. I don't look at dominance as a personality. I look at what you can do. And if you look at the history of a lot of these Latino countries and why people are coming here, is because white people have destroyed their countries. So when they come here, they get in line the same way every other ethnicity of men who come here who knows what the white men can do. So when they see the white man in America, they put that picture of that same white man that damaged their country and they submit.
I always look at it like that. It's more like you have to play the game. And two, it's not like the white man destroys those countries. Those countries' politicians are eager to help those white men to destroy those countries because they get the power. It's always the opposite power that gets destroyed. Then you're put there as a puppet, but you're benefiting from that. It's in whole country. We're always saying, oh, the Yankees, the this, the French, the whatever. Those countries, those leaders benefit from it as well. It's not, we're always demonizing them. They're not angels. They're just doing what's good for their politics. They don't care about us, and they shouldn't care about us. It's not up to you to care for my children. It's up to me to care for my children. And if I'm going to kill my sister to stay with her stuff, then that's my problem, not really the neighbor's problem. The neighbor's problem is just profiting from an internal problem. But that's too political, geostrategy, and all that stuff. That's another conversation. But of course, when you go to another country, you have to submit in the sense that you have to kind of assimilate or integrate to that society if you want to, kind of succeed a bit. You have to play by those rules. Otherwise, you can stay in your own country.
Yeah, but they're submitting their woman. At the end of the day, a man is a protector of their woman's image, and right now their image is.
How are they submitting their women?
Well, you can look at like how Latino women are being perpetuated, and
they're not forced. Those women are eager for that attention. Those women are eager to be in those movies and those video clips. No one is pushing them. Do you really think that the father wants to see her daughter, half naked in a video clip? And that's something that when I was a teenager, a long time ago, in school, like about that problematic, about the video clips, the video harness began. Oh my gosh, only the Latinas, whatever. It's like, you really, and talking about representation, I don't want to be represented like that by a video model, by a video vixen. Like, come on, who the heck is raising you? You want to be represented by a video vixen? I wanted to be represented by Condoleezza Rice when I was young.
Okay, so I have a question. So now that it's more Latino women being perpetuated in these in these sexual situations, do you think that Black women just randomly stop wanting to be in these videos?
Those Black women want to be in those videos.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there is a reason why. The reason why I asked that, because there is a reason why that there's more Latino women being put in these videos. Like,
okay, that's because one, they are casted by
men.
Of course, by men, or maybe by women. It's just business. Why? Because they want to push that image, because maybe those Latino women are the ones at this moment who are being like kind of desired, because they have features that men all over the world, because hip-hop is not only for Americans. Think about that. It's all about business. Hip-hop began for Black Americans in the hood and all that stuff, but nowadays it's a war. Not nowadays, 20 years ago it began to be a worldwide phenomenon. So they put a mixture of a lot of women, because they don't only put Black women. And actually, to be honest, I think it's good they don't only put Black women, because otherwise people will think that Black women are strippers and all that stuff.
But now they're starting to think that Latino women are
exactly. I am always surprised by people like, oh my gosh, you're not there, we're not there. Good for you. You don't think about as a woman in a video clip. An Arab, an Indian woman. Do you see Indian women, Chinese women in a video clip?
Yeah,
No,
because that's
it's
because
like
they're
more
men.
decent women,
No,
smart.
because their men have taught them that those things are not okay, and they have high family values. And a
Yeah,
lot of Latino
we
women
have
who come here are not having that. So
we have
that's why.
also a lot of
But
family values, but we have a lot of freedom and we have a lot of individual freedom and we do what we do without caring for another person. Like we're not going to be shunned by our family if we
yeah,
decide to run away with a man, to marry a man that we want and that our family
but
does not
that's considered protection. That's considered protection. So
protection. Being
yeah.
shunned from a family is not.
Yeah, if you do wrong, there is punishment, and that's why the image of these black women and Latino,
Anything that's
because they don't have that.
that's dictatorship. It's like you have to do what I want you to do. That's not protection. That's dictatorship. That's even narcissism. So I'm cool with you as long as you do things and act what I'm telling you. Otherwise, you don't belong in the family.
Well, there's a reason why those women are on a higher totem pole in America. That's all I'm gonna say.
There are what?
They're in a higher position in the hierarchy of women in
Because they
America.
study better, they have less children out of wedlock. In wedlock, they have children when they're married. They don't have children with every baby that every man they see, and they go to college, they study, and they work hard.
And
That's it.
their men protect them, which Latino men are not doing as much as they used to.
Yeah, I do not really agree with that protection stuff. It's like,
But you have to remember that he's speaking about Latinos in the US. And I definitely see what he says because, I mean, well, yeah, most of the things that I see are through social media, but not everything that I see is false. There's some truth to it. So, yeah.
mhm. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Eddie's my tone is like I'm a devil's advocate.
No,
Don't
that's fine. I don't get offended. I have a
I'm
strong backbone.
okay. I'm not like I don't want you to think I'm fire complex with you. It's just like all right. Um. So you see that. So you say that. Wait. You said something that I wrote down. First, you said like black, Puerto Rican, and Dominican women look like Black American women, and then you said that women from other Caribbean countries, Jamaica, Trinidad, they look different than Black American women. And you said also in Christina's life that you being Trinidadian, I guess, you look different than Black American men or people. How come that you look different in Jamaican and not we? Actually, I think we look we look similar, but also very different.
Okay, so what I mean is, I like I'm gonna tell you what I mean. I don't mean only as in looks, but I mean as in acting. So if you
God.
go to New York City and you like speak to a black American, and you speak to a Dominican American, and you speak to a Puerto Rican New Yorkan, they all sound the same.
Oh,
Like you cannot tell the difference between those women, and it's a little hilarious to me. But when you do speak to a lot of Jamaicans and you speak to a lot of Trinidadians, you can tell the difference. Like there's a lot of people who can tell the difference when I get angry that I'm not really American. I mean, I'm really American. I sound American right now, but like when I get into like my accent, and of course you can tell like a Latino woman like speaks Spanish, of course. Um, but what happens is a lot of those women already in New York already. There's even some black women because they teach Spanish in New York classes. Because I'm talking about New York because I'm from there. So
mhm.
like a black woman can speak Latin, and you won't be able to tell the difference if she was born in America or if she was born in Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. But now that I'm living in a more Latin area in Long Island, I can see the difference between an Ecuadorian, a Venezuelan, a Mexican woman, and then when I look at Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, it's like I can't really decipher the two. I'm gonna be honest.
I get you 100% because I see that difference when I'm in New York. As a Dominican, I have a lot of family in New York, and I have been there a lot of times, and I see 100% what you mean, and it's true. Dominican and Boricua especially, they emulate, and it's normal, Black Americans. When I was younger, I think 17 or 18, I once was in the Bronx and I had a bit of problems sometimes, especially with dark skinned ladies. Like, is she Boricua? Is she Dominican? Or is she a Black American? My sister told me that, like, you don't ask people here's nationality, because here in Europe, we always are like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? And at least the ones that were not born here, we do not take offense of it. It's like, okay, I'm Dominican, I'm Congolese, I'm Nigerian, whatever. And my sister was like, you don't do that kind of things here. People don't like to be asked where they're from. So sometimes I was like, I just knew it by the mannerism. And then when you had some mannerism, I'm like, okay, she's Black American, or she might be Boricua and she's Dominican, because they wore the same clothing. Oh my gosh, everything was the same.
It's true.
Which is
And
normal.
and they adapt. I mean, well, no, it's not normal, especially when you're adapting to a community of women who are most disrespected in America. That's not the type of woman you should be attaching yourself to.
But you're growing up with them. You're going to the same school. You live in the same neighborhood. So it's normal that that you emulate them, that you integrate with them, that you form a family with
I
them.
think we're giving a lot of excuses to Latino women, and that's why I bring it back. And I get the reason why that does that happen, because, like I said before, they don't have the protection that they're supposed to, especially those targeting women. Because I can tell the difference between Mexican women who grew up in New York. I can tell the difference between Venezuelan women, Colombian women. Uh,
They've been
are
there less long. Like Puerto Ricans been there since the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, but when they
Are
come,
like shunned by.
e- even the ones that were born in America and live in these neighborhoods, they still detach themselves from Black Americans. Like, you don't see in hoods, like you may see sometimes, but you don't see Colombians, and you don't see Colombian gangs and Venezuelan gangs or groups of people hanging around with Black people.
No, they're not a lot of them. One, and they came after, actually. I think that's the reason why, and that's the reason why, like, many Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York have lost their identity, their culture, and I think it's because they live together. Because you're not like the same as another Dominican that was born and grew up in the DR. I have that problem as well with many Dominican Americans, especially those from New York. It's like, man, you guys, like, I have it with my own family, some family members, and I saw that, and many Dominican parents talk about that. Like, this one is like totally American, this one is very Dominican, and this one is like Puerto Rican because he has Puerto Rican friends. That one is like a Black American. That one is like more Cape Verde, in the Jamaican, also because of their friends. I would love them to keep, to hold on their culture, but of course it will never be like in the DR. It's impossible. Not even you are like 100% Trinidadian, as you were born and raised there. Don't you think so?
Yeah, but I definitely detach myself from Blackness in America. Like, if people ask me if I'm Black, I tell them that I'm Jamaican and Trinidadian, that I'm not Black American.
Of course not. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, you have. I agree with that. You have to represent your roots, where you're from, your culture, actually.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like that their women are like being hypersexualized, back to that, in America, because they attach themselves to, so the men in that community, they perpetuate the standard of, like, OnlyFans models and um, uh, video vixens, because they hold the dollar amount of, like, they watch the content and they bring up the views, because of course those neighborhoods, and a majority of those neighborhoods are Black. So now that the Black man is like fetishizing the Latino woman, now those women are being put out there like that, like just like as sloppy, and I'm not going to hold back, because nobody holds back on Black women in America, but as sloppy and as slutty as they did when they pushed out the Black woman. Like, you can, like, I studied this stuff. I actually used to know a lot of video vixens, and I sort of transitioned, and I talk about it. It started with Cardi B. Like, that's my ideology that she was the transition, and I was trying to warn Latino women from a long time ago that they were about to be in danger if they keep adapting or they keep like just going like following this new Latinized agenda. But of course, women, they think that it's flattery, right? That they think that it's flattering that.
It's not. It's not. I mean, like, with all due respect, Eddie, but you mentioned you new video vixens and men want, like the model looking girls, but that's on Instagram, that's social media, that's the media, that's the dream, that's what everybody wants, but that's not the reality in the streets.
It is.
Because the majority of people are with people from their surroundings, not with exceptions that
Yeah.
they make it to mainstream media. So sometimes when I hear and see and read those discussion about, oh my gosh, I only want this type of women, the IG model type of body or face and whatever, it's like, come on, how many of those women and men are there? Come on, like a man, like a 6'3" man. Okay, you're a very tall one. I heard this. And straight and with a six pack and this and with a Porsche and all that. How many men like that are there in the world? It's like to me, it's sometimes a bit like
So
that's media. That's not real life.
Would you consider Danileigh like a Instagram model?
No.
You agree that she's like kind of regular looking, right?
She's pretty, but she's
regular looking.
Okay, so what would you consider? Give me a model that you would consider, or a woman that you would consider, like that you would consider like
Bernice Burgos.
Bernice Burgos is from New York. I can take you to Dykeman, and I can show you a billion Bernice Burgos.
I don't know her, of course, but you have a lot of. It depends on the standards because you're used to Caribbean Hispanic standards.
No, but like if you go down these neighborhoods in Bronx,
there's my own country,
so you should know that there's a lot of that type of woman. Yeah. It's like, let's not pretend that they're always using a big booty vixen. No. Like there are sometimes that they use Latino women who look like the regular Latino woman on the street. They just have good makeup artists, and a lot of those women are being taught on YouTube how to do makeup, so they are emulating a lot of the women that are on here, so they look just like them.
But coming back to Danileigh, to me, Danileigh, she's pretty. She's a pretty girl, of course, but she's not like all that. She's not like, oh my gosh. She's not, I mean, who one of those girls. I mean, like Yadna, what's her name? Rivera. She's not like her, but she's pretty. To me, she's a regular looking, pretty Dominican girl. She's prettier than me. But she's
Puerto Rican.
In the Cristina team. Yes. Yeah, but I wanted to. Sorry, Princess, you said something.
I don't know if you said Bernice is Dominican, but she's Boricua. She's not Dominican.
Who's Bernice? I don't know like the majority of those models. Sorry, I don't really follow that. I don't really leave social media because I know that's a parallel world. That's only a part of the world. Sorry. I wanted to ask, like what you said about Cardi B. Like many women think that's flattering to be compared with her, and all that. But I think again, we come back to the same thing. That's entertainment. Cardi B is making a lot of money being her, behaving like that. That's her. I cannot do that. My niece, none of my niece can do that, can't even think about that. No regular woman can't behave like that. And it's not flattering. I think that's a lack of self-awareness. That's being dumb, actually. If you think that behaving like that is cool, is flattering, is adding something positive to your life, then you're dumb. You're not raised well, I think. I don't know. So again, that's not even Cardi B's fault. That's those those women's fault or their parents' fault because they were not raised like really right. So that's not flattering. That's not a compliment being compared to a Cardi B, nor behaving like that.
But like Cardi B is not acting. That's legitimately how she is. Just like the same way that.
Cardi B's not what?
And if you look at I said Cardi B is not acting. That's how she is.
Yeah, I know. But there's only one Cardi B.
But if you look at B Simone and how she acts, her and Cardi B act the same.
Actually, I didn't know B Simone until yesterday.
Yeah, no, they act legitly the same. I mean,
and I saw some of her videos, and she's a funny comedian. That's her job. Yes, of course. I think Simone. I don't think Cardi B is being herself, okay, but I think B Simone is kind of acting because she's a comedian. She has to entertain people, and what she said about Danileigh to me it was joking. She was just joking. Before I knew she was a comedian, before it went viral yesterday.
Yeah.
I think to me it was joking. Like, why are so many women? I think Cardi B may be a little more wretched. Yes, she's wretched as hell. My gosh. She's funny. She's my girl. I like it, for entertainment purposes. I love her her entertainment, but it's not like, that she is the example that we or children, girls need to follow.
You will never see, it's not a joke, and it's not, I mean, I'm not saying that we can't laugh about it, but I'm saying that it was very threatening to Black women's image, and it's perpetuating. You will never see a Latina woman say in the media that publicly, a popular one, say that a Black woman looks better than she does. You will never see, and no group of women, because they stay on code, and they know what to do to that image. B Simone knows the same thing. She shouldn't have did that. She drew that attention in just because she likes to be problematic. So as much as we want to say that it was a joke but we live in a very sensitive time in America, and she should have known that wouldn't be okay, because if Danileigh would have said that she looked better than B Simone, all hell would have broke loose, right?
Americans are so sensitive. I truly don't get it. But the thing is, I think you're wrong. Like, it's a cultural thing on how you compliment people. For example, I do it all the time with Christina, and I mean it. Maybe that's a Dominican thing. Like, we have two things. Like, and I grew up like that as well. For example, when I was 5-10 years ago, when I weighed less, I had a very nice curvy body, and women always said, like, Dominican girls, Diablo, Paola, tú esa larga, dame un chin, tú esa pierna. Like, come on, girl, like, you should give me a bit of your butt. You should give me a bit of your legs. Yo con esta canilla, me with my chicken legs. Come on, you should give me some. Oh, like, oh my gosh, you really have like a snatched waist. You should give me some. And then when I would see, like, even one of my best friends is a guy, and he has like 3A curly hair, like long. He's like kind of artist. I'm like, every time I see you, I want you to cut your hair and implant that in my hair. I was like, coño, Simone, yo te lo quiero arrancar y ponérmelo los cabellos. Dios mío, un hombre con ese pelo tan bello. Or like I said to Christina, like, oh my gosh, God gave everything to you and your sister. Like, you have the height, you have the color, you have the face, you have the hair. You're like ruining ourselves. So Dominicans, we tend to do that. But when we're going to post in a picture, yo soy yo y no me vendo por nadie. It's like, I am me, and even if you're prettier than me, I have my own thing going on. So I think, so when I saw B Simone doing that, to me, it was like very things that a lot of Dominicans do.
But you proved my point, though, because, like, y'all will make sure when y'all go on social media that y'all don't do the same thing that y'all do behind closed doors on social media. I've never heard a Latino woman say specifically that a black woman has an advantage on her. Have you ever heard that?
Come on, it's like we all here in Europe, we do it all the time. Like, oh my gosh, those Nigerian women, damn, they're so tall and they're very skinny and all that stuff, blah blah blah. But like my Congolese friends, they have like they're like more fit shapes. Like, oh my gosh, your arms are up. Like when I really met the princess, I said like, you're Congolese, so you must have like those nice shaped arms. So I think that's more cultural. And in my impression, when I read all those comments and that went so viral, Black American women, in my eyes, became like, whoa, so desperate and you know, like with a low self esteem. It's like, do you really have? To me, it was like very painful to watch that. It's like, are, not even be Simone, because I even think that she was like being funny and sarcastic at the same time, and she knew what she was doing because she knows her society. She knows that women would become crazy. And I think it's because Danileigh is also Dominican, and Dominican women, you know, everybody's talking about Dominican women, and Dominican deny they're black, and all the blah 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 of the world. And so she knew that would become viral. But in my eyes, the reaction of a lot of Black American women was like, "Oh my!"
But I feel like that you like I feel like that we're like picking points that we don't, that y'all don't, you're not listening to what I'm really saying.
Okay.
No Latino woman would go publicly the way and utilize a white woman to do so too, to downplay her image, to big up. That's not culture nature. Like women do not like.
We do that,
Women
we
are
do that
natural.
all the time.
No, can you give me one famous woman who did it, who said a black woman looks better than her? Give me one. One famous woman.
We do it. I don't know other women, but I know we Dominican women.
Okay, so over there and over
women
there
do that all the time as well.
over there where you're at, give me one famous woman who went publicly and said that a black woman looks better than her.
I don't live in Hollywood. You know, I live the real world. Sorry, in social
So
media.
it doesn't happen on the real world and in social media because only black women do that.
Maybe that has happened, maybe not. But maybe she did it because she is a comedian. Maybe Eva Longoria or Eva Mendes will never do that because it's their image that's being downplayed. They need to have their branding here. But B. Simone is there to entertain you, to provoke you, you know? That's her job, and she did. And she did it.
Yeah, but she ruined her job too, and her
I didn't even know that woman, and I know her, and I'm following her now.
Yeah, she damaged her culture of or her ethnicity of women to look more. Yes, they do. I listen. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I don't think y'all see the disrespect that black women endure all throughout America, right?
Okay.
Especially when it comes to their men. So when you have a black woman who is going online publicly saying the same thing that black men are saying, that Latino women look better, that is a problem for black women, because now those black men, and they're going to say, listen, even your own women are saying it, and they're going to be less valued. That's what I'm saying. So she did do damage to her community, and I get that she may have got some money and clout over it, but like I said before, no other race or ethnicity of women would take some money to damage a full race or a full ethnicity or culture of their own woman. No one would do that publicly, if they had a platform like that. When usually Latino women and Asian women and white women get a platform, their first thing to do and their instinct to do, it's because of what they're taught, is to bring up their women and compete and make sure they look good. B. Simone went backwards. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't happen normally. Y'all may do that behind closed doors. I know y'all have locker room girl talk. Yes, I understand that. But other races of women would never go public while they're famous and say, hey, listen, other women look better than me. And all the group of the women that I deal with, they don't do that.
Okay, no, I get now what you're saying, yes. But I know, because if black men, I know, disrespect black women all the time saying that, okay, they might use what Nina B. Simone said, like a fact, like a proof, like even your homegirl is saying that. But again, I don't think that she ruined, not even she did intend to ruin Black American women image. I think what she intended to do was going viral, being funny, being controversial, sparkling some disputes and controversies and all that stuff. I don't think that she meant to disrespect her women, because otherwise she would be disrespecting herself. and I don't think that that was her idea. But yeah, I know. I know what you, but still, even if she meant, okay, she was generalizing in her video, but no, she was not generalizing. She was comparing herself to Danileigh. So if I say, for example, Christina looks better than me. Sorry, Christina, I know you hate that. I love to do that. It's the best reference factor that I have in this internet world. If I say Christina looks better than me, am I downplaying myself? Am I damaging myself? Damaging my community? Oh, where's Eddie? Eddie, you left me alone. Oh, princess, are you there?
Yes.
So, what do you think?
Well, I have to be honest and say that I do agree with Eddie. Because I I was like you in the beginning. I was very ignorant and I didn't know much about the black woman's plight in America. I started learning more about it through learning more about colorism and conversations like that. And I also started watching other videos in the manosphere community, I guess. And the way they talk about Black American women specifically compared to Latinas is very disparaging. They're very negative and very degrading towards Black American women, and they compare everything to Latinas, even down to hair and body type, which I don't really understand because, many Latinas, they get surgery to get the body types that they have. So I don't get it, but, to them, Latinas are winning, I guess. So
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry, and I just wanted to add because I didn't hear, but like, I just also want to remind you that B. Simone's whole branding is damaging to Black women. So when she did that, it was just an add-on because understand, like, she is even though she doesn't want to be, but like when you become famous, you become the face of your woman. So like she acts very like stereotypically of like what they say that Black women act like, even though B. Simone doesn't really act like that in real life. So she just spews out the same things that they say that Black women do. Like they wear bonnets, wigs, all this other stuff, act ratchet, act ghetto. So this is just another thing that she did to damage. And also, I want you guys to understand when they're talking about Latino women, they're not talking about the Amada La Negras. They're talking about those lighter, fair-skinned Latino women.
yeah, of course. Of course, they talk about the mixed ones and lighter ones because I have been on panels where they actually admit that they want the lighter skinned Latinas. So,
and I know where it's stemming from. It's because it's the ideology or the pathology of wanting whiteness and wanting white women, but cannot conquer that type of woman because their man won't allow them to. So the next best thing and the next least protected is Latino women. So it's easier to get.
Okay. However, I have another remark. When you say that, like, B. Simone is the face or one of the faces of Black women, isn't that again putting a lot of responsibility on celebrities that they don't merit? Americans, you guys like to have heroes and to be represented by someone in the media. She doesn't represent anyone but herself, actually. So, in my opinion, you represent, the representation of children or people from a community are the brilliant and the good people from that community. That's an American thing that I will never understand. You guys want celebrities, entertainers, athletes to represent you. No, like that hardworking pharmacist from down the streets. That's a great representation for you and your children, not a celebrity. Those people are there to make money. They're there for their own interests, and whatever makes them money, they will do. They don't have to think about you. Actually, that's a very American thing.
We're pretending it's very American, which it's honestly not, because a lot of these people who are coming from these Latin countries, I'm starting to see what they do is emulated through like look at the Bad Bunnies and look at the and you cannot say
Yes,
that
talk
men
about Bad Bunny.
that, and I'm gonna get off the topic because I know it's really about women.
Bad is an entertainer.
Yeah, but it's happening. But what he's doing and what he's spewing out, it's happening in where he's Puerto Rican.
Of course, but
Yes.
you know who the biggest fan of Bad Bunny is? That's my niece.
And Dominicans too. So Dominicans are emulating what he's doing. So
But she doesn't emulate. She loves Cardi B. Actually, I kind of knew Cardi B because of her. But none of my nephews and nieces are emulating them. I grew up listening to, Dominicans playeros and all that. Actually, my sister more. But I never adopted that, those people's behaviors and all that stuff. I was a good kid and all that. I knew that's entertainment. My father, my parents taught me that. Like, you have the person and the persona, the characters they're interpreting. Like, Lady Gaga and all that. No, not Lady Gaga, but all our singers. It's like they're not that person. They're doing our job. They're performing. When they finish their concert or whatever it is, they become who they are. Like, you see this actress in that movie, she's playing a role. That's a fantasy.
Selena is Mexican, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Selena was out, you can't tell me that in that era that a lot of
I
Mexican
love
women
her.
in Mexico did not try to dress like Selena or try to be like Selena, and that
It's
she
terrible, of course.
wasn't she was the face of Mexican woman even in Mexico,
Mhm.
and she was American, right?
But it's pushed.
Yes, Mexican American.
Yeah, so that means that it doesn't only happen in America; it happens in Latin
It
countries too.
happens in Latin America, it happens in the world. But I here in Europe and even in the DR, I see there's a difference. Like, that's entertainment, and this is reality. There is, you look at it, haha, you laugh, you joke, whatever. Some people that are more influential, they follow that, but the big majority know that's entertainment. So then, when you lack, as you don't have children, me either, neither. We're lacking as parents when you pretend that those people need to represent us and our children. No, they're there to entertain us. That's why they're called entertainers. You know, that's why they look the way they look. That's why they dress the way they dress. I remember being a teenager seeing Jade. Oh my gosh, I want her shoes. I want her dress. My mom was like, okay, where are you going to wear that? Paula, J-Lo is an artist. You're not. She's wearing that, to get attention and all that stuff. So how come that I know and a lot of people don't, and they expect things that are not the entertainer's job? That's something I truly don't understand. But that's another topic.
There's a reason why. And this is all I'm going to say on this topic. There's a reason why Latin countries are specifically trying to target Cardi B and trying to push her into be more black and not claim her
They're not
Latin.
targeting Cardi B.
Absolutely.
They're
They're
not
pushing.
targeting. They're not targeting. Latin American countries are not targeting Cardi B.
No, yes, they are. They are saying if you ask any Latin person what Cardi B is, they're going to tell you that she's a black woman, not Latin. I've asked plenty.
Yeah. I know.
But any other Latino woman who is mixed with Caribbean or other than that, if she's performing well or she looks good in the media, they're going to they're gonna adopt her into more so their community than anyone else. So they're protecting their image.
Yeah,
There's a reason why. And if it didn't matter, and if you're saying like if it doesn't matter in these countries, they wouldn't mind that people are saying that Cardi B is Latin. Mind you, they take her Grammys, right? And they take the positives that she brings, but all the negatives they specifically spew out back to the black community. And there's a reason why.
Like, that's of course. Come on, I'm not a believer. I'm an atheist actually, but even Jesus or in the Bible it said like you have to filter. You have to take the good and throw away the bad things. That's normal.
But if it doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't in these Latin countries, then they wouldn't care. They would take all of her as whole.
Wait. Did I make myself clear, or what did you understand that I said?
No, you said that Latin countries can separate, or it only mostly happens in America. If if that is true, then these countries would adopt all of Cardi B, not just the positive that she has. If it doesn't have a nasty effect on it.
Generally, and educated people, they can make a difference. In Latin America, and I hope also in the US, they can make a difference. Like people that come from a regular family like me, even if you are poor as hell, when you have parents that are conscious, not baby fathers or baby mamas, you know that stuff. However, what I see as well in the Latin American community or Dominican community or whatever community here in Europe as well is that they are, it's true, emulating Cardi B and a lot of Black American culture, also white people as well. And all those blonde, crazy blonde, green, blue, lace from wigs, that type of long nails, a lot of crazy tats, and walking and talking in a certain way that's very, very crazy. But generally, that's like one, or a phase, and two, if they continue, it's just because they come usually they come from kind of dysfunctional families. When they come from regular families, usually they do not act like that nor adopt like negative stereotypes. They could adopt the good ones but not the negative ones. Like they can discern usually. So why is it that my nephews and nieces can love all that trash music and they behave well and perform well?
Are your nieces are your nieces in America?
Some of them,
Yeah,
and some of
so
them here are, and some of them here in Belgium.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they don't emulate it or not. It being pushed out in the media, there's those your nieces are still in danger.
Yes,
they
it
they
influenced them, of course.
they still will reap the nasty benefits that these nasty women put out because they're going to. So it puts them at a higher chance of being uh raped. It puts them at a higher chance of being over sexualized or being molested or being all these things because these type of women are being pushed out. If you look at the statistics, it's actually starting to be reversed. A lot of Black women are stop being, well, how do you say it? A lot of Black women are like now being raped less, and it's now more Latino women that are having domestic issues with men when it comes to sexual issues because this stuff is being put out.
Yes, it's true. And I have another. Yes, Princess, you have anything to add on that?
I just want to say this about Latina's image. There's this super popular stripper on YouTube. She has my age, I think, or a year younger than me, and she's Mexican, I think, or I don't know exactly what she is, but her name is, yeah. So she's super popular on YouTube. She's the most popular Latina stripper out of all strippers, and there are many Black American and Caribbean strippers on YouTube, but she's the most popular one. So I just want to say that.
Wait, like strippers have a YouTube channel?
Yes, there's a community for strippers on YouTube. So you can just look at
Okay,
the
what
stripper
happened?
community.
I'm too old, I guess. I'm too
You
old.
can just look at the section where there are stripper YouTubers. Like, I don't know how to call it. And the most popular one, the one who gets millions and millions of views, is a Latina.
Okay.
So image plays a huge role, a very huge. And she does not have a big butt and big boobs, but
Oh, don't worry. In the next 5 years, Latina women will see all the things that I've been saying for a while. That's going to happen. It's going to start happening.
But I am dead, literally. Like, they have YouTube channels. There is a YouTube community. What happens with people can do whatever they want to, of course, but what happens with shame? Are women following strippers? Like, what? Why aren't people following? Like software engineers?
Because
Why?
their men are not protecting them.
No, I think no.
I'm just gonna share this screen and I will show you.
Okay. I just cannot. What? I mean, what happens with lawyers, doctors? Like now, women want to become strippers. Okay, what happens with nursery? I don't know. It's just like a regular job at the bodega. Dios mío.
Can you see the screen?
Uh, what do I have to do?
You have to add it to the. You have to add it like you would. You would have to add La Princess screen like you were adding us.
Okay.
Can you see it?
No, like no.
She has to add it to the stream.
How do I do that? Oh my God.
There's a little tab next to our faces at the bottom, like how you would usually add a search stream. There should be one web page.
Is it like I have to click on share
Yeah.
share?
No, not that one. It's you know how they have our little faces at the bottom, and how you can. Okay, there should be one that is La Princess. That is La Princess webpage, and you have to add it.
Oh no, I can see it. La Princess display name. Edit name, edit mic settings, kick from studio, ban from studio. Okay.
No, look, there should be tabs.
Layout. Yes, this.
No, not that one.
Okay, no. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So, and a lot of your followers are Latinas too. So, yeah. Even though your nieces can separate, the image and entertainment, all that, there are very many Latinas who cannot do that. And there are very many Latinas who follow this, escorts and strippers and bottle girls on social media. But it's true.
If you look at
them.
In New York. Oof, my gosh.
Hold on. I'm going to talk about that. So when you look at all the strippers and the bottle girls and the girl, they're all Latin women. All of them.
In New York.
Or they're mixed with Latin women. So that just proves my point of what I'm saying, that image is going to do so much damage, and it's almost, I would have to say that it's almost too late for Latino women's image right now, because y'all gonna have to I guess I hate to say this, but the devil has come to collect from your benefits that you have been, the good benefits that you have been receiving off the Black woman's image for years, and now it's time.
So you're saying that Latinas have been getting benefits off, like positive benefits off or on the back of Black women?
Yeah, they have.
No, I don't believe so. Why?
Yeah, because Black men who are birthed by Black women, right?
Yeah.
Have specifically been pushing Latino women up to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of their women. So that's why those women are able to get the attention that they're getting now. I mean, all those women are getting paid, right? Off hip hop, which is majority of it is Black. And just because Black women can't get in those fields because they're not attractive. They're not attractive as much in the media. So it is off the backs of Black women.
That's what you're saying, that they're not attractive.
No, it's what their men are saying.
All right, yeah.
I mean, if you guys can watch La Princess, you watch my videos. I play videos all the time of their men saying that white women are more.
But that's true,
beautiful.
But now I'm remembering some stuff, some videos. Yeah. Sorry, America. The American society is crazy. It's like everyone is against everyone. You have those Black women's channel talking about Black men, and Black men talking bad and BS about Black women as well. And I've seen also videos like that's why I'm having a conversation next week about that, like marrying abroad, going to Brazil, Dominican Republic, and all that stuff. And something that really annoys me is that when they go with the prostitutes, they're filming them. It's like, what the heck is that? Like in all poor countries where there is tourism, you have prostitution, but I've never seen men from Latin America or white Americans or even European, our biggest, like they're ones that truly sponsor our tourism economy, making those videos, and Black men do. So sometimes I'm a bit confused. Like, one, why do they do those videos? And two, why do they bash Black women so much? Like, what's the issue there? That's another conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So,
mhm.
sorry,
No,
but yeah,
yeah.
I mean, all men do it, but at the end of the day, it's because it's like that black man is dancing for the white man. He's like, "Oh, look, I got a different type of woman. Do you love me now, master?" That's basically what's happening. Um, a
Right?
lot, huh?
Do you really think so? Do you really think that black men are thinking about black on white men? I think they're thinking on about their lust, what
No,
they
they're not.
want to. Come on, I don't think that you're thinking about what somebody else
Um, if you're
wants.
if it's about lust, it's basic. You should be able to date any woman. I mean, look,
No, women that you like, women that you like.
but
Yeah,
go ahead.
but all the women they like for some reason are all, lighter, and they all have certain hair texture. So, it's a psychological thing.
Yeah, kind of. I know what you mean. Kind of. At the same time, we also have our standards. We don't like short men that are 5 foot. Why can we have some standards and they cannot? Because I have the impression that many women look desperate, trying to get attention from men that don't give them the attention. In my opinion, if you don't want me, it's okay. I will go somewhere else. But why are it's looking desperate, I guess. Like you should go where people want you, where you want it. Celebrate.
I mean, Latino women shouldn't like celebrate any attraction from black men. Like that should be the least men that you want to that you want to be attracted to you. It's almost like a disservice. I'm being
But,
honest.
but if
Um,
those men give them opportunity, give them money, give them access to movies. I don't
yeah,
know.
but I look at things. I look at things from like a war perspective all the time, and people hate that I do this, but it's the reality of it, and we are living in a war. So when you look back, it's the truth. We are.
Yeah. Okay, explain yourself.
So when you think about when people, the majority of wars that happen, it is mostly over women, right?
No,
And
war is due to resources.
yeah, and
I
women,
don't think that
women are resources.
man, like wars. Oh, you speaking about okay.
Yeah, women produce the
War,
children, so they are
not like
resources.
the geopolitical sense of way. Okay, okay. Okay.
So a lot of the times these men fight wars over them, but like if you see like in history, like there was punishment when you would try to date a white woman and not be white,
Yes,
right?
in the
So
U.S. Yes,
yeah,
until
yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah.
So that pathology is passed on, but like as you can see, there was no damage of dating a Latin woman, so it's just much more, and they're closer to whiteness than black women are. That's why if you look in it, they also fetishize mixed women. So like a mixed woman who has a white and black parent, those women are sexualized the same way Spanish women are sexualized, just because they're closer to American European standards.
Okay. And so, is this the girl that you mean, Princess?
Yes, it's her.
Oh, she's pretty. She has her lips done too much. But okay, she's
Yeah, she
not
gets a lot of surgery.
yeah. What you said like minutes ago about Latinas getting surgeries, that's true. A lot of them, it's but some of them do it nice. Some of them already have the curves and all that stuff, and they're overreacting. Yeah, they're exaggerating. But a lot of Black American women, even Nigerian women, yes, go to the Dominican Republic to get surgery and get like a super huge bump.
Yes, that's true. But I will say this, I am not Nigerian, but I'm a fellow African, and I will say this. We do not promote those women as much as, the natural African women. No, we do not. So even though they go and get surgery and they act, like this
What
Asian models.
we? Because men are men. That's I know.
And I'm specifically talking about the women because we don't really care about them like that. Maybe the men care, but we don't. The
Are
girls.
you being honest? Princess? Because if you wouldn't care about them, you wouldn't know them.
Well, I do come across them, but like I will not promote them on my page. I'm just
No, not at all. No, you promote like very pretty, dark skinned women. Yes, yes, the way it should be. Like self promotion. You don't have to promote. The media is not promoting. You should promote yourself. Yes, I can agree with you, and I applaud you that as well. But what are you going to do at the end, Princess, with those men that prefer other type of women? Because shaming them. But what are you going to do? Oh, echo. What are you going to do with those men that prefer?
I mean, first of all, I am into, the doctors and the engineers, and none of those men who talk crap about women are one of those. So honestly, I don't care. I don't care about them. They're low vibrational and they're low value. There's no need to be upset over. There's no need to obsess over what they want, but it just you don't have to disrespect women. Just because, yeah, and they do it on purpose. Like they want to put down these women on purpose, not lift other women. And there's a reason why, even though B. Simone was joking, it was not funny because there are so many conversations on YouTube and social media in general, because I read forums specifically for African American men, and I see the way they hype up these Latina women. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing over there too. And it's not funny. Like the way she joked about it was not funny, because at the end of the day, she just repeated what those men say about Black American women. So to her it was a joke, but
yeah, and I understand. To me, it was, and I still say it's a joke, and she did not mean to harm Black American women. But I can understand, based on what you said, and Eddie as well, that if Black American men are always repeating that kind of nonsense to Black women, that it can damage their ego, their female ego, their feelings, and even their self-esteem. And that she repeating that is it's kind of hard. I'm putting myself in the place of a Black American woman who's being disrespected for years. I can understand that, even though I know that that's her job to do whatever she wants to. This is what she wants. She will make money of it. I am sure her career will rocket now. I don't think. I don't think so, because people love controversy. Come on, you said that girl has a lot of stripper followers, but I don't know. Maybe they're like an IT engineer or a finance or a banker girl with an account on YouTube with a lot of followers. So people love that kind of stuff, I guess. But yeah. But what do you think? Because what do you think? What's the solution? No. Again, before that point, I totally agree with you. There is no point in fighting or going in controversy or feeling desperate over those dusties, rookies, and rays and low value men. Like those are not the type of men that she wants. Those are not the type of man's attention that she wants either. So yeah, men that talk about women are low value. So you shouldn't care about those men. So it's of course very annoying, because if if a Dominican man would have a channel just to bash Dominican people, that would be like very insulting. Of course, it was somebody that crazy guy over there. But but it's very. I understand them. I try to understand, the stance of Black American women on their feelings about this. But again, what are you going to do about those men? You can't do anything, I guess. Those men that prefer lighter skin or exotic or whatever. Eddie, what do you think about what's the solution?
The solution is that there are
Mm-hmm.
men, there are men in their community stand up for their women and stop allowing their women to be disrespected, and basically give consequences.
How can they stand up for their women? They can
I,
bring
I mean, they
living in
can.
the world.
What?
How can they, step up and defend their women?
I mean, I'm gonna put it on women too. Like I told the black women when I knew this was gonna happen to them years ago. I basically told them that you have to separate those black women from the community, and like legitly stop watching their stuff. Like really cut off their income, like as a big community, and counteract a lot of their things that they say. So like with every damage in one thing that they put out about a black woman or a Latina woman, there needs to be 10 more positives that needs to be put out to counteract that, to kind of protect the image. As for the men's side, like they legitly, I hate to say it, like there needs to be so like some really crazy interactions with these men, or like some public, like a big public Latino man needs to say, hey guys, like I don't like the way Latino women are being put out, their images being put out. Like we have to protect them, or like legitly, I don't know, like I don't like basically showing those women that that's not those things are not okay for a bigger reason, not just because they don't want them to. There's a difference between a man telling you, "Oh, I don't want you to do that um because I don't want you to do it," than him telling you, "Hey, listen, like we need to protect the future of our daughters and the future women in this country if we want them to survive and not do go through the same trauma that that black women did. Like we can't connect to blackness
Hmm.
in America."
But those black men are not putting a gun on the head of those Latina women. So
Yeah, but their men need to speak to them and tell them that it's not okay.
I, that will work. It's a free country, No, don't do that. I do what I want. I pay my rent. I have my car. I have my job.
Yeah, and their daughters will reap the benefits of what of what they did.
Still, like that's what those women will answer. So those men cannot, in the free world, the free Western world, men cannot really do anything when those women are, you know, 18 plus, are not are adults.
Like people are not going to like this, but if you look at, I'll use this as the perfect example. If you look at, I don't know, if, like Mia Khalifa is a porn star, right?
Yep.
And she's an Indian porn star, and
She's Lebanese.
yeah, or like yeah, but I don't think she's allowed in certain
No.
parts of India anymore, or Lebanon, right? That's how you say it.
Lebanon. Yeah. How do you say it in English?
Lebanon. Lebanon.
Lebanon. Lebanon.
Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Lebanese.
She's not even allowed. She's not even allowed to, because she like disrespected their culture by doing that. So she's not even allowed. Like she can be beheaded if she's seen in that country.
Yep.
What? But Lebanon is a Christian country, well, Christian, Muslim.
She was threatened by ISIS
Yes.
too. That is how crazy the whole situation was.
So
Right.
no, but after that, because she was one of the most famous porn stars ever. So
Yeah.
you have not seen an Indian porn star woman so since then.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that needs that extreme, but I'm just using that as an example. Because and you realize that you see that black men don't really, because there's a lot of beautiful Indian women and or Muslim women in America. You see black men don't try to target that because they know that there's consequences.
Oh
Those men.
yeah, those men do not play, especially Arab men. Who they do not play.
They do not play at all. But still, a lot of black men here in Europe, that princess, they chase after North African girls. But the thing is,
Yep.
those families is different. Their family structure is different. If you don't follow the rules, you're like one shunned from the family. Oh my
Yeah.
god! I can give you a personal, like,
Even
friend of mine. Yeah.
you can even look at East Africans and West Africans and how the East African men attack the West African men. You know, they attack them on social media for dating their women. So it's that, yeah.
And a new thing now, they're trying.
All men are a bit like, oh, why are you dating our women? They date other women, but then they are like, all men are like that. Like, what the heck? Are you with that? Let's say, are you with that Belgian guy? Are you with a Spaniard? Oh my gosh, whatever. They think they're all that, but they can date like a Russian girl. That's more like men stuff. You know, they can date the world because also men have a very, very various type. You know, they date anyone. They like almost anyone. Like we women, I believe so. We have more like a certain type. I want this height, this color, this blah 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 blah. Men also can have more or less a type or many types, but then somebody else is different and they think, oh, she's also cute and beautiful, and she sleeps with him. Why not?
I don't think that the problem is them dating outside their race. I think that the problem is that what type of men they're choosing outside of their race. So
Yeah.
when they go to these other communities and they divest from them, they're dating men who are like the bottom of the barrel in these communities.
That's crazy. Why would you do that? You cannot date. God, in your race or outside of your race, you have to level up. Come on. Don't play with that. Let's come out smart. You have to level up. And that's something that we get more from our mothers. You have to level up. Go on.
But you look at there's so many different types of women in America, but they're specifically targeting Latin women for a reason. I'm telling you, it's an agenda.
Yeah.
Which is the agenda, do you think? Which is the agenda?
The agenda is that there's a growing population of Latina women, and there's more Latina women in this country than there is Latin men. A lot of those Latin women are not protected because they're coming over separate from their families, right? So they're not. Sometimes they'll be shipped over before their husband will come over, and things like that. So it's easy to target a woman who doesn't have a male figure or a male barrier to protect her. So those men swoop in, and of course, they have these men. They think that these men have benefits towards them, or they don't really know the history of the black men in this country, or the oppressed black men in this country. So they just go along with what they say, and they ended up becoming the same thing that black women that they complain that black women are.
Baby mothers, for example.
Oh my gosh. My sister confirmed me that actually in New York, that in the US there is a single mother epidemic. Oh my gosh.
A lot of young single mothers too.
Also Latin Americans as well. Oh my gosh. In the DR as well, that's a phenomenon since the 80s, but it's increasing. Whew, my gosh. Christina says the same. Yes, I definitely have a type. Yes, I know. Tall, dark. You talked about that in some of your videos, like Dominican. Yesito, negro, that kind of thing.
But that's a problem with women. I'm not. It's so weird because I have the views. Y'all probably hate me sometimes because I have these views of a really
No, actually, I actually agree with a lot.
A crazy. I sound like a crazy straight man, and I have this. I have this feminine voice, but at the end of the day, women need to stop dating by looks and really start dating by hierarchy like they used to do back in the day, because those women were more successful.
Yep.
Yes,
me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we also do that as well. Not all of us. When you think about it, in the DR they say you have to think with your head and not with what's between your legs.
Yeah, but those women, a lot of those women in Latin America who are already from your high society, they're already picked and chosen to date men who are going to be in high society too. Yeah, so those women,
thing,
yeah, those women who are left at the bottom is usually they stay at the bottom.
Yes.
So they intertwine. Women don't even have a chance to marry up, and yeah.
They have to be smart, they have to wait a bit. I mean, sometimes, it's kind of hard, and at the same time, not that hard. It's just even in school. Come on, I knew I never wanted to be with a Dusty. I always knew. Okay, we all women have like our up, higher and lower self-esteem, days, months, years.
Fighter wants to join.
Yeah, but oh yeah, Fire, you're there. Sorry, but I promise. Sorry, Fire. I promise
No,
Eddie
he
that.
can come. He can come up. He can come up.
Okay, you're there. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you promised Eddie what? What's up? What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? Let me make my point. Sorry. Like I always knew I didn't want that kind of guy. At least not have a relationship with that kind of guy, or let alone present to my mom or my family like one of those guys. So I think so. It also, you choose for yourself when you're younger, of course, and you find some kind of guys exciting and all that stuff. But when you see further, you see some examples like, whoa, that girl was with that kind of guy and she failed, or maybe she succeeded. Not all, some dusties may change, you never know, and the good guy may become like a bad guy, you never know. But still, come on, in poor places like DR where people are fighting every day to be better persons, to go to school and all that stuff, there's no reason for you
Yeah,
to date like a rookie
but
when you date the other guy who's going to university.
can I be honest? So like women play a huge part in this just because every year or every generation, women are starting to lower their standards. So men are starting to lower their standards or how they perform for women. Because at the end of the day, that's a men's job. Like he's supposed to be pushed out of the womb to fight for women, right?
Feminism did that. Feminism did it. I need no man. Like I had this conversation last summer with one of my best friends. She has become a feminist. I don't know how. Well, I know how, but anyways, and she's like, I don't need a man to open the door for me. I don't need a man to do this and to do that and to do that.
Yeah, but that's not independence is not like the problem. The problem is that it's the women who are like dating down. That's the problem, because it's okay to be like independent. It's just that and the real issue, and that's why men are attacking those independent women, just because like they realize that independentness is holding them back from being less of the man that they are supposed to be, if you guys get what I mean. So those men, while women are lowering those standards and saying, oh, I can't get this type of man, so maybe I should take away this standard. So men are going to take away 3 more standards for how they should act for women, or how they should perform for women.
Yes. Okay, but the thing is, I think they still lower. They still lower their standards because they think like I don't know actually. I don't really know, to be honest, why they're lowering their standards. Maybe it's because they know that nowadays there is a shortage of the traditional men.
Yeah, and it's easier to get women because a lot of women are lowering their standards for what they want in men.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Princess? It's not happening to you. That will not happen to you.
No. I am African and we're very classist. I just have to say that. So we do judge you based on education level, your family, how you were raised, how you act, how you dress, even the people you hang around, your reputation, your image, everything. So yeah.
Yes, it's true.
And that's how it is in like Trinidad and Jamaica. Like it's all about classism, and I think that's where I kind of learned that from. Because if you look at my older siblings,
it's classism.
Yeah, if you look at my older siblings, and I'm not trying to play like Latin people, but like my older sisters and my older brother, they're Puerto Rican and Jamaican, so they have and they grew up like a lot of their life in Puerto Rico. So like if you look at like, I'm not trying to play like Latin people, but if you would see them, they're a little bit like more ratchet than me. And like when I grew up with my Trinidadian grandparents, like I was taught classism or like how to be more classier. So when I came back to like live in New York, like you can tell the difference between us.
Yeah, there's even a difference between me and my Latina best friend.
Of
A
course.
huge difference.
I think you're not taking some things into account. Eddie, to which social level did you belong in Trinidad? You didn't belong to the lower economic.
No, and it's the same thing in Jamaica. Like my last name is like considered like a high value last name in
That's
Jamaica.
that's the thing. It doesn't equal. Sorry, I have to disagree with on that because the majority of us, like Latin Americans, especially we'll talk for us Dominicans, we are economical immigrants. The majority of us we belong to the lower class. The majority of immigrants they have there in New York, here in Belgium, Spain, whatever, we belong to a lower economical or rural class. While, as you said, Eddie, you belong to like more upper middle class, and you, Princess, a lot of one of my best friends in high school. I will not, if I say the position of her father, you can look her up on LinkedIn, and you will know who she is. The thing is, like the majority, many, not the majority, but a lot of Africans, especially Congolese migrants, you belong to the la classe des évolués, like the
Mm.
Baluba, Moluba.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say who my family is, but
Katanga. The richest.
right.
You belong to the upper class, to the upper middle class. In the company where I work, there is a cleaning lady, and she's Congolese. And when I watched her and saw her and all that stuff, I knew her. Like wait, because you see the flow, the flavor, and the thing of people. And I told her like, you are not like a regular poor Congolese woman. And she was like surprised because I could see that. And I know that a lot of black people, black African people here in Europe, they really have a huge problem with that because here you're lumped together because you're just black and you're African, so you're poor. Whilst a lot of those people, their parents were diplomats, big CEOs of some companies, European or American companies there, and due to political problems, they had to flee. So they're political refugees. So you can never compare, like them, for example, Dominican from the upper middle class with Dominican from the lower class when they migrate to other people, and especially those children of migrants, like for example, Rwanda. Here in Brussels, we have a university that's called the ULB, Université Libre de Bruxelles, like the Free University of Brussels. They call it the Free University of Rwanda because like 80% of black students there are from Rwanda. But those kids are the children of like ex-minister of this, ex-minister of that. Like one of my best Rwandese friends, she was a daughter of the diplomat. She was not even born in Rwanda. Her brother was born in New York. She was born in Zimbabwe. They have still family politics in Japan. So you can never compare that. I am a Dominican from the lower class, but still, I was raised kind of well. But many of us, we're lower class, and we will hang out and hang with people from the lower middle class or lower class from foreign countries. So that's why you can see the difference. And it's not that because they're Latinos, they're wretched. It's because they belong to another class than yours that they are behaving wretched. That's the thing.
No, of course, I agree with you. And well, I am not saying that Latinos are ratchet because they're Latinos. I'm just saying more. They do well. Some of them do surround themselves with certain people that they maybe shouldn't have to surround themselves with. And yeah, despite you coming from the lower or the middle upper class, there's still friends that you surround yourself with and colleagues that you surround yourself with that carry themselves a certain way. And if you know that you want to carry yourself a different kind of way, you kind of have to separate yourself from those people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but why is classism better than racism? Because you're separating yourself based on race. So why is classism good and racism is not?
Because because racism is not racism is not what it was years ago. Racism, people used to die from racism. It's not happening as much as it is in America. So like this whole idea of that racism is the biggest problem for colored people, like that's total bullshit. I'm sorry to curse, but it is, and it's a false narrative that is being put in people's head by the own people who are who are fighting racism because they're so scared of this big fake white man who these white people are not even worried about them and are more angry that they keep being targeted because of people thinking they're racist, which makes them racist. So it's like a cycle of just stupidity. Classism is much. America is going to turn into like the most nastiest classism system ever, and I feel it already because I can already see a lot of things happening here that is already happening when I go to places like Trinidad or Jamaica. So that's how I know it's coming up. And I like people, they think I'm like joking about this stuff, but like I legitly said this like at the like last year that there was going to be something that happened that's going to really fuck up the economy. That's really going to really screw up the class up, where there's not going to be a middle class. And of course that happened with coronavirus. So now there's only a upper middle there's barely an upper middle class, and there's a high class, and there's just a low bottom of the barrel class right now. So classism is the new standard.
Yeah, I do think the U.S. has always been classist. However, there is also a lot of racism, and maybe that's why people cannot see it. And also because Black Americans are lumped in together. It's like people are unable to see that there is also a class issue in Black America, like like Americans like to call it. That's the impression that I have. Like people like to lump in Black Americans together, and what represents Black America is the wretchedness of the lower class wretched Black people. White, I don't know, because white America is wretched. You have the rednecks, you have the trailer trash people, you have the working class American, you have the white collar jobs American. They make their own distinctions, but in Black America, the distinction is less made in my eyes, or at least that's my impression. And there is also a class. There are different classes.
In my personal opinion, I think that Black Americans need to become more classist. I know that some are against this, but I feel like it would do their community well.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, but I think I truly believe that they are. However, it's not projected in the media, I guess. I don't know.
There's no hope for the Black community. Like there's not even no point. There's no hope.
Like 20 years ago, I saw what you guys call a Black movie, a movie, a film, and I know there was a scene, and I think it was that girl, Tatiana Ali. No, Ashley from the Fresh Prince. I guess she was acting there. I guess I'm not sure. And the brother in the film said like, "Don't go to the ghetto." And like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, come on, those were upper class Black people, and Family Matters, Moesha, and all that stuff. I'm a 90s kid. I grew up watching those series. So how come that I can see that there is a different class, and then hip hop became a very sensationalized and how you call it, like put on a pedestal and all that stuff. Later, after the Fresh Prince, to me it was like gangster rap and hip hop and you don't how you call it? It's not crime hip hop. It's streets gangster rap became like the thing, because before in the 90s, 80s, hip hop was more for the Black American community. After that, it exploded worldwide, and then the image of the Black American people became gangster rap and the ghetto and drugs and strippers and all that stuff. In the 90s, it was Will Smith and the Fresh Prince, and you say hello, psh, like all kids say that, what's up, psh, And then in the 90s, it completely changed. So how come that, in my impression, of course, in the 90s, you could have like a class, you can see the difference in class, and after that, gangsta hip hop became, or ratchetness became like the image of Black American, the Black American community. Nobody there? Did you understand my question?
I'm sorry, I didn't. You cut out. Like, can you just repeat the question again for me?
Oh, damn it! It was a long question. Oh, damn it. What I said is, in the 90s, I had the impression of, I grew up watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Moesha, and all that stuff. And hip hop was more for Black American community and other, it was not as big as after the 2000s. In the 2010, gangster rap, ratchetness, strip clubs, and all that stuff became like the face or the representation of Black America. How come that changed? How come that Americans, Black Americans, didn't say to the world, wait, this is ratchetness and this is us? Like, there is a difference. Not all Black people in the US live like this. You know what I mean or not?
Yeah, because they look, listen, like I really think that these people, the Black community, just really didn't see what was really going to happen. I mean, you have to understand that they've been here for a really long time, so they're blind to like what's going on around them. A lot of people who are coming here from other countries, these similar things have happened already in their countries, and of course, they know that history does repeat itself. So when they come here, they can detach themselves from it because they know what's about to happen. The Black community has been here since, basically almost the beginning of America. And I mean, like, when America was created, not like when it was just land and Native people were here.
Americans. They are Americans. Point.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that. Yeah, they were one of the original Americans, so they don't see the difference. It's like when when your face is getting fat, and since you see it every day, other people who don't see you every day notice it, but you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that always, it's brought to my attention that I see, or at least on social media, that not on social media, I have had this experience here in Europe as well when I'm traveling in Europe. Black Americans feel a connection with other people with melanin. They see them directly, oh, you're my brother, you're my sister, or whatever. Whilst no, you're an American. You're not like a second-class citizen. You're not, it's just American as why would like a fourth generation Polish American, or American from Polish ascent be American and you're not? So I never understand that. So yeah, I think they should claim that, they are truly American, or Black American, Afro Americans, just American, and claim that they are not that wretched people that are represented, or work on that representation themselves. They have the power to do so, so they should. If they don't, I don't know why. But again, what's the solution to Black American men that are bashing Black American women? Those colorist Black men, what's the solution?
There's no solution. Black women just need to stop entertaining it. And why do they care?
So what do Black women have to do?
They just have to ignore it.
And divest.
And the more they pay mind to it, the more people are going to entertain it. So if they would just stop talking about it and just leave it alone and just ignore it and ignore the men that are saying that stuff, it would change.
Okay, totally agree with you. And coming back to the origin, a bit of the origin of the topic, what do you think about Danileigh? Because it says she's regular. Danileigh versus Simone. In case Simone was comparing herself to Danileigh.
Well, she was comparing herself.
Okay. Okay. What do you think about that, Princess?
I mean, I find both women to be pretty. Dani Danileigh to me is nothing special, you know. She's just a regular mixed looking Dominican.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yes. And you, Ellie?
Like I said before, like right, like I know like the system, and I know like generally like if you look at Latin America, Danielle would not be considered like the most beautiful woman. Is she a pretty girl? Yes, she is. Can we find a billion, hundreds of thousands of girls who look like her in New York? Yes, we can. Um, to American standard, does she look better than B Simone? Yeah, but
Okay. Do you
it's not.
think?
It's not like B Simone is ugly though.
No,
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 B. Simone is pretty.
no, she's not ugly. In my personal opinion, I would say Danileigh is here. Simone is here, and I'm kind of competing with Simone. I don't think Simone is prettier than Danileigh, but Danileigh, Simone, and I'm here. Like if I'm dolled up, I can't compete with Simone. I don't think she's prettier, but that's my opinion, of course. But she's of course, I saw her Instagram. The majority of pictures that I saw were, she looked good. She has an okay body and all that stuff. So, but then indeed, she's pretty, but she's not like, oh my gosh, she's all that. And she's like, she's a regular pretty girl. As I mentioned before, she's not yet in the Christina League. But the thing, do you think that this became very controversial? Because would this have become that controversial if Danileigh would have been a girl from Tanzania or a girl from, I don't know, Argentina or Vietnam or India, or did this become, or the thing is just because she's Latina and Dominican? Would Black American women would have had the same reaction?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is because they feel because I feel like Dominican women are in are touchable because we see Dominican women in America in urban communities all the time. So I think the fact that because she's not exotic, you know, she's not foreign, quote unquote. Um, I think that's why people felt like they decided they wanted to chime in, and then you have all the women saying, "Oh, you know, like hating on that girl." Like, okay, yeah, she's not the most beautifulest thing in the world, but look at all the people that are famous. Not everyone that's famous is beautiful.
Hmm.
Not everyone at least her, at least she is good looking.
She's good
She's
looking.
very fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's
And
pretty.
she has that girly aspect about her, right?
She has joy in her face.
Right, exactly.
She's
So
joyful.
so I feel like men love that. Men love that positive, you know, smiling and
Yeah, I know.
so that's what make I feel like that's what makes her more more even more beautiful, right?
The freshness. She's fresh. She's so joyful,
Right,
smiling, and I know because I showed her picture to my partner, and
right,
he kind of said the same thing as you did.
right,
Both women are beautiful, but
right.
this one has like more than spark.
But I will say this, this is not shade, but I do find the baby's baby mother to be way more prettier.
Uh, what's the baby's baby mother? Who is it?
I don't know her Instagram handle, but her name is Mimi, or she calls herself Mimi. She's very pretty, but
You know
just
what?
a little,
You know
little
what the
bit
issue is? You know what the issue is? Why is that bringing brought up?
brought up. What?
Why does it matter? Like, why does that matter? Because
And
because in this situation,
because
we're only talking about two people right now. B Simone.
Well, because some people said that, oh, it's interesting how she only said something when it was Danileigh, who's a light skinned girl, but the baby mother, who has been with the baby for a long time, who is black,
Mhm.
why didn't she say something?
because it wouldn't be as controversial.
Right.
So,
Then
all
I
right.
think
So then she knows that it's controversial, and she wanted to make
she knows
Of
money.
course.
the comedian.
She
John
did this.
Howard.
She did this to stir the pot. Everything she said out of her mouth was to make her more relevant. You know what
At
happened
the
out of this?
expense of Black American women.
What?
Expense of anyone. Like, you know, Americans, they capitalize everything. Do you really think that those pro-black people on YouTube truly care about women or black people? Otherwise, they wouldn't have those fears, princess. Let's be honest. You know, like those people talking trash about their own people,
Oh yes.
own women, own men. They're capitalizing on it.
Yep.
You know,
Especially.
you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that either. But they're capitalized. They're Americans. They think only in dollar signs. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar
Right.
signs.
Like all these pro women channels right
Where
there.
did Eddie go?
He left.
He left.
All these pro like these women that gave like dating advice, the ones that seem so pro black are the ones always talking down their men. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, isn't that kind of funny? If anything, you should be promoting the good men, instead of bashing them. And then
Yeah.
you got the girly men on the other side. I say girly because then they're bashing the women. All black women ain't shit. It's because of black women, because when I was a kid, and come on, bro. So it happens on both sides. This is not just a one-sided thing.
Yeah, of course. They should be saying, like, black women, please know your worth. Don't date those rookies. Don't have children like that. You have, like we say in the Dominican, hay que saber a quien tú le pares. O sea, you can be in a relationship with anyone, almost anyone, but you cannot have a child of almost anyone. And children don't hold men with you. So they should know that. So those channels, of course, they do what they want. It's their editorial line. They do whatever they want to. They promote whatever they want to. But if they really truly want to help, they will say, marry up, date this kind of man, go to university, go and do this and meet those men there. I'm going to tell you, I have a Northern European friends, and you know that country belonged to the Soviet Union in the 80s. And I was so surprised. Do you know what women did study? No, do you know why actually those countries are so good in science? It's because everyone wanted to leave the Soviet Union, and if you study like Russian literature, you're not going to leave the Soviet Union. So that's why they studied biology, chemistry, and all that stuff. And women would go to university to meet those men. So you meet them in your first year engineering, and even if you fail, you have a relationship with that guy that is in his second year. You know, that's thinking. They're not thinking I'm going to meet the man in a club or in a cafe or in a bar. They're thinking I'm going to meet that guy in the library. That's hypergamy. That's leveling up. Sorry. So those women with those channels, they should talk about that thing. Instead of bashing all those men. What do you mean bashing all those men? What do you mean bashing men saying, oh, he likes a dark skin or light skin or whatever, the Arab women? That man won't change, will not change. He has his preference for whatever reason. You cannot change that. So you have to go, you know, sometimes I'm like, do they really want black men, or the black men that are just like the men that everyone wants, the successful ones?
I mean, every woman wants a successful man. So
are they truly fighting for the dusties that are with the Latinas, or the rich dusties like rappers that are with Latinas and other women?
I guess they don't know any better. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I would never. Personally, I don't look at American athletes as high value men, to be honest, and especially not rappers. So I don't even understand why. For example, Jada Chavez. Yeah, Jada Chavez. She's with Little Baby. She is half Cuban, I think, Cuban Mexican, and African American. And she could have leveled up and been with another man, but instead she decides to get disrespected and cheated on, and you know,
Those women are crazy.
Okay, so
and she's a baby mama.
all right, hold on. So my thing is, why isn't an NBA player or athlete of high value?
The money.
Because they don't carry themselves like they're high value.
Wait. Basketball play, but that's not fair. How can you say?
He has money, but he's dumb. Like
Wait. What? So you're saying basketball players are dumb? Most
the
of these
basketball players I'm talking about are dumb.
Oh yeah, but then don't you? This is a problem here. This is a problem.
And the basketball players who are not dumb, who do they marry?
Yeah, this is
Mexicans, Colombians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Nicaraguans. Those are the women they marry. So
no, that makes no sense. That you're making no sense right now. So you can't tell me if a guy is athletically gifted, right? And he got good grades, because this is a thing too.
They get good.
You have to get good grades to stay on a team.
Yes, true.
And if
I have heard that some of them just pass, despite them not doing well.
Not all of them, but sometimes.
In New York, those motherfuckers, they could have been baseball players because motherfuckers got good arms, but they performed bad in school. They were not really interested in school.
Okay, but are we talking about all athletes, or are we talking about specific ones?
Okay, no, we can't.
They don't have to perform in school. They're like, they are in those camps and all that stuff. But in the US, at least in New York, my two cousins, they could have. Come on. Oh my gosh! If they only had like I guess a C plus. They had to have a C plus, but they were not interested in school.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So my issue is, you're picking on specific ones, but there's a lot of basketball players that I mean, just you can't name.
Of course.
Name me a stupid basketball player. Like
no, I'm saying like, okay, well, the ones I was talking about
are stupid. Go ahead.
Are the ones who go for IG models.
Those are the stupid ones?
Well, to me, I don't feel like they carry themselves like high value men. They carry themselves like high value dusties.
Name me one.
Because of the way they behave and the way they move, and
like who? Name me one.
Fighter. Like I said, I'm very classist, so I don't think I'm very classist, and I judge everything about a man. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't make. It's not making sense.
You know the ones I'm talking about, like the ones who go for IG models. They are not that smart.
But why?
They want to get trapped by IG models.
Why? But why? How are they not smart? They got the woman of their dreams. The physically.
Look at the women they get with.
Okay.
They are. Listen, fighter. A woman you get with is a representation of who you are as a man. If your woman ain't shit but a pretty woman, that means that you have nothing to offer as a man.
Nah, that doesn't make sense. This is not your argument is not making sense.
You're thinking as women.
How?
You have to think like men. You're talking.
But I don't.
Which I share. The reality is different.
Can you give me an example? I give it, Princess.
I'm not American. I don't really watch sports like that.
Okay, so you can't give me an example of an NBA player that's stupid that has an IG model, but you can talk about it. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, like the Ball brothers. That one guy who got a Mexican pregnant. That one guy.
Okay.
I don't know if his name is LeVar Ball or whatever.
Yeah,
but
right. Okay, the Ball brothers. Right. Okay.
Yeah, to me, I'm not gonna lie. Like he doesn't seem like a high value guy. At least not now. Maybe later.
Okay, but I want to ask you a question.
But yeah, but let me make this point.
Okay.
Uh, um, okay, he made a mistake, but they'll tell a woman that has 5 babies, single, oh, you're still a high value woman. You can still be a high value woman, but you
Yeah,
can't. But he's
yeah,
young. He made a mistake, and he
yeah.
has so
I
much
get
money.
it, but
He has
I
so
get
much
it,
money. He
but
has so much to
still,
learn.
yeah.
He's under 25 years old. He made a mistake. He got the money to take care of
And I
himself.
understand your mindset, fighter, but my brother is not raised like that, and he's 20 years old. My parents
But
don't
does
care
he
that
have
he's
money?
20.
Does he have money like him? He doesn't
No,
have to have
but
money.
I'm just saying, like, even if he has money like that, my parents would still have certain expectations of my brother and how he carries himself.
Yeah, your
They do
brother
not
your
care
brother can
that
have
he's
all
wrong,
your brother can have all the expectations. The father, mother can have all the
but
expectations.
because that is just how we were raised.
He can raise them right and everything, and the son could still come out a piece of crap because this happens all the time. A parent, you could be
Yeah.
the best parent in the world, and your children could come out the way they want to come out.
Okay, but what type of friends did this person surround him or herself with?
And sometimes people do things because they just want to do it. Maybe growing up, maybe he didn't have all the women he wanted, and then the first pretty girl he got, oh, and boom, she won the lottery. You know,
Okay, what is an example of a high value basketball player or athlete to you?
there's many. I can't count.
Okay, name them.
Oh, an example, LeBron James. He's with his high school sweetheart. He's been with her
The guy
forever.
who's with his woman is called Savannah or something. LeBron James.
I think that's her name. Yeah, they've been together. They have like 2-3 kids.
But I've also heard that he cheats on her. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
That's not. Come on, princess. Oh my.
I never heard. I'd never heard that. I've never.
Yeah,
I've never heard it. I've never heard that rumor.
okay, but what makes him high value? Like,
That's
aside from the money.
Okay. What makes him
Like
high
his
value? Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to explain. Princess, you have to come on. All right. What?
Hi.
Because
Wait.
you're like not letting me talk.
Can I say something, guys, please? Princess.
But we're off topic though.
Yeah.
No. Well. Okay.
Basketball player would like to date you. Would you say no?
If the same, which basketball player?
NBA, 60 million per year.
It really depends how he is. Like all that, because I would judge him based on so many other factors.
Oh, so not all basketball players are bad.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, let's be honest. I am African, so I understand. Sometimes we have like this. I'm not gonna expose everything that we do, but it depends what my goal is. And okay, maybe I would get with him, but maybe just a monetary thing for me.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want
Because at the end of the day, a smart woman, a smart young lady, whatever, if you know that this man has resources that you can take advantage of, you don't have to marry him.
Okay.
You don't have to marry him. So if he's like, hey, like I want to be with you, blah 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 blah, maybe I will accept. But I will take advantage of his resources and build myself up as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. So it's good for us women to take advantage of a man's financial position, but it's not good for them to take advantage of their economical and power position to date whoever.
No, they can date whoever they want, but I'm just saying, like,
we're searching many times.
Okay, but I'm gonna be completely honest.
We're searching for a rich lifestyle. We're not there. Oh my gosh, I'm going to help him train, or I'm going to make him become a better athlete. No, we want a lifestyle. We want that Porsche. We want that BMW. We want that.
Yeah, and that's why so many women.
So why can't they buy a commodity? Because a beautiful woman, whether you like it or not, is a commodity.
No, they can.
They can. So
they can. I never said that. I'm just saying that I will still judge you based off the type of woman that you date. So
And
if your woman is a dumb ass woman, I will judge you. That's it.
Okay, can I say
think
something?
about one thing. Like men say, no es para casarse, no es para casarse. It's not to marry them. It's not to marry.
No,
Men,
I'm not saying marry. I'm saying like date. The fact that you associate yourself with a woman like that.
Can I say
Parents
something?
are going to say, damn,
Right.
whoa, we don't care if she's smart or not. If they want smart women, they go to the NASA and they date girls from the NASA.
Yes.
They're not looking for smart women. They're not looking for smart conversations.
No, I totally get it, but I would still judge you.
And they want to show them off as a Ferrari, as a trophy to their friends, and their friends will say, "Damn, but this is not the girl. I need one like that. Do you have a friend? You have to present me her friend, her sister, or whoever. That's a commodity. That's look like we do. Look at my bag. Look at my shoes. They do the same things with those women. They're not trying to marry them. You say, I would not marry them. You do not decide that because it's not you who proposes. It's a man. You have to think about it. It's not us. It's men, and men don't like to be married.
Yeah. So this is the point I want to bring up.
It's a
So
true.
the same way,
Like men, we have to think like men to understand that.
right? So this is an important point I want to pick up. So the same way, okay, I don't want to be with him. I want to use him for his economical resources. Wow. So
Hypergamy, boo. That's what it's called.
no, hold on. But you listen. You're using a person for what they have, not because of
Fighter.
You're
Fighter.
wrong. No. I don't want to hear that.
Fighter.
No.
Fighter.
We're not making an excuse.
Fighter.
You're using someone
Fighter.
just because they have money. No, I don't want to hear it. You're wrong.
Fighter.
You're wrong.
Fighter.
Speak.
Fighter. Every human being uses another human being. If you do not believe that is not a thing, then let me tell you.
Yeah, but you're low value for that.
Who said that? It's about surviving and not being left behind. You have to do it. That's just what it is.
What? No, you don't have to survive. To survive, you don't need a Lamborghini and a Porsche to survive.
No, no, you don't need that.
So stop making excuses. You just want to because you want to feel better. And you said you're making an excuse for women who want to be gold diggers.
I don't even want to date athletes.
So who do you want to date?
I want to date doctors, engineers, those type of men.
They don't cheat?
They can cheat and they cannot cheat.
That's the thing. When a man has money, he can cheat. We will be more forgivable, of course.
But let's be honest, Fighter. A woman will forgive a man with money faster than a broke dusty.
Of course, because you care more about than about the man and the
because at the end of the day, you provide for me, and if we have kids, you provide for the family. You provide for me. You make sure that we're straight. So
what happens with self-respect?
Right. They no longer have that. They just want. Well, he has money, so just go cheat away.
I mean, but like I said, look at all those women who date these rappers and athletes. They get dogged out and they still stay.
But broke women, broke women with broke men get dogged out. So you're making a horrible excuse.
What do you?
They have money, Fighter.
Right. Oh no, it's funny. It's good now.
Fighter, let me ask you a question. Are you broke?
No, but I take care of myself. I don't take care of no woman. I take care of myself.
Why do you go so hard for broke dusties? Like
no. You know what the problem is? The problem is that women are basically saying, "Hey, men all men cheat. I might as well just get me a guy that has money." Like,
well, to me, that's more logical than being with a man who will leave you on the street.
So you want to be crying? So what you want to cry? This is what you're.
Not every woman cries. when she get cheated on.
No. It's okay. So you
By a
want to get
rich
cheated?
or by a man with money.
Young.
Yeah, she's young, man. You're young.
Young.
You're young.
Yeah, but
About
I'm
love, it's about your
yeah, but
ego.
I'm trying to understand the women who stay though. I'm not saying that I would do it. I'm just saying like there are women in who are old as me who stay and get embarrassed,
Yeah,
dogged out.
because they're 17. You're only like 17, 18.
No, I'm not. I'm in my 20s.
Oh, man, you sound like 18. Like your arguments
Yeah,
sound
because like
your arguments sound like YouTube, like because you listen to too many YouTubers.
Yes, sorry, princess. I wanted to say the same. All this leveling up, whatever femininity channel. It's good, but don't just copy and paste those things into your life.
no, I'm saying why. Okay, but can you explain why those women choose to stay with those men?
A lot of times they're in love.
It's the money.
Sometimes the money, but even like when a man, let's say, is average or doesn't have much, if a woman stays, is because maybe she's in love and she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Well, dusty men will always have women, no matter what. So
Rich men even more. Rich men even more. To me, responding to Moise Picard, not all men are the same, of course. But my thing is, men are biologically not made to be monogamous. That's actually a recent phenomenon. Men are meant to spread their cells, and for them to stay faithful.
so do you support polygamy?
Huge commitment. It's a huge commitment. However, there is a big difference between cheating me with everyone or cheating me when you go on vacation to Brazil. That's the difference. When not all men cheat because they don't want to cheat. I know men that have said to me like, "Oh my gosh, when I cheated my wife, I cheated her once. I felt so dirty because I truly wanted to be faithful, whatever." But a lot of them cheat, and it's not because they want to sleep with a more beautiful woman. No, they want they want something different.
Yeah, variety.
Them, we don't think the same.
So
Yeah.
so basically, you support polygamy or polyandry.
Support that at all. I don't even support you cheating on me. And I'm not the type of woman that
Open relationship, open marriage.
Sorry, no, hello, no, of course
Not for herself. She doesn't.
huge commitment. I know that's a huge commitment.
Do you support that, fighter?
Like polygamy and polyandry and all that.
Polyandry, yeah.
There's a lot of one woman, many men.
Yeah, when many men, I just feel like that it doesn't work out. That was not going to work
Open relationship, open marriage.
Okay, all right. Let me put it like this, right? If if those are all consenting adults, hey, why not? If that's what makes them happy, okay, whatever. Do what you want to do. But what I'm saying, for me, I wouldn't be down with no polyandry. Imagine me being with one woman.
If you were allowed to have two women, would you do it?
If I could afford it and they like it, hell yeah, why not? Why not? If they down with it and I could support them and we make the right money and we get along,
then you have to really provide, fighter.
Did you just hear what I said, or just?
I'm just saying.
Did
You have to really provide.
Hold on. Did you just hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, thank you for hearing me. Because I just said, if I got the money for it, and I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of these women also they're bringing something forward financially too. Like they have businesses too, so they're bringing back money into the relationship. Like an example, you look at Floyd Mayweather, right? He's there with all these women, but they'll start their own businesses or he'll help them grow businesses. So they're bringing back money into his pocket too, as well as their personal pockets. So it's it works cohesively.
I don't think they bring money to those men's pocket. They're not even interested in that, but they do appreciate women that are passionate about something, about the project, something in their life. not only being pretty and spending a lot of money. Actually, they don't even care about that. But when a woman has a project, a passion, or whatever, they support that and they're proud of that. More because.
All right, but back to the topic, please.
Yeah, I just didn't like how she generalized the NBA player thing. You know, because
I know that they are high value athletes. I'm not saying that.
You said they're stupid because they're with Guatemala.
No, well, I was speaking about specific ones. However, I understand you. I worded myself wrongly, and I'm sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you for your apology. That was very feminine of you. That was very feminine of you. Good job.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Oh man, you don't even know.
Oh, okay. I'm backstage. Moise Picard, of course, I'm kind of generalizing. Exception exists, but that's my opinion. I do believe that the majority of men have an urge. You're backstage, Christina. What do you mean?
There is a. Northern, are you Black American?
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey Christina. Bienvenida, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, yeah.
What do you have? What do you think about? Yeah, I was reading the comments now.
The Northern, you should join. Since you're Black American, so you know.
Who Moise? I thought Moise was Haitian.
No, the Northern.
The Northern. Oh, okay, sorry. I heard.
Yeah, Moise. Because this is about, her.
Cool.
Women, her sisters, so I don't know. I am not Black American, so I cannot speak for them. So.
Okay, join the Northern. Okay. Moise is my opinion, but I was telling you, my opinion is not false. An opinion can never be false. It can be on false things. It's just a belief. It's not science. It's an opinion. Moise.
Well, anyway, I wanted to say something about the Black American woman's image. The Shade Room is very, very good at promoting ratchet, ignorant, degenerate. Well, anyway, ignorant Black American women, and sometimes these women are Caribbean, not just like Latinas, but Jamaicans. Alexis Sky is Jamaican, and for some reason, she is posted oftentimes on the Shade Room, and she's pushed towards the Black American community. So I just don't understand why they love to push ratchet, low vibrational Black women on the stage, but they don't want to push like the Normanis on the page.
You know what? You want to know why?
Who is a way better representation for Black women than Alexis Sky and Jada Chavez and Ari Fletcher, even Taina Williams. I'm sorry, but her mother is anyway. So I don't understand.
This is simple. Want to know why? Because that's boring. You're a good woman.
But it's better for the image.
But who cares about image? Who cares about image?
Everyone cares about image.
No, La Princess. All right, please, can you mute up, please? No. Just for 10 seconds. Oh my God! Hold on. Hold on.
Normani is African American.
Normani, she's a rapper.
No, she's a singer.
Oh, she's a singer. Okay, I know her. I saw a clip of her. She's dark skin, isn't it? With long hair. She's a pretty one, like a pretty girl. She's very fit and she's young.
Yeah, fit. Yeah. And she knows how to dance. Very good dancer. She has done multiple different styles.
I've seen her clips, some of her clips. I don't really truly follow her. I don't really follow,
the thing is, these pages. The thing is, those pages, like a shade room, you have to watch who is it run by, and then what they talk about
By
is
a
fucking
Nigerian
gossip.
American.
It's gossip, and they thrive off more negativity than positivity. They don't want to say, "Oh, look at this positive girl." They don't care about that. They want to see the ratchetness.
Sorry.
They want to see the negative. They want to see the arguments, the cheating, the scandals. This is what it's about, and they want to capitalize off of that. So you can't ask
Yes.
people who want to make money off of controversy to delve into positive people. Like that's not how it works. When you go on
Yeah.
the news is not talking about great things that are happening in the world. They're talking about horrible things that are happening in the world. That way it's gonna keep people scared or interested, or it's entertaining to see people. Oh my god, there was a shootout at a bank. Oh my god, like it sparks people's eyes.
Dancing and someone snatched her wig or she lost
Yeah.
her nail. Like we have an equivalence of the Shade Room in the Dominican Republic. I know the Shade Room has 21.6 million followers.
Yes, and I get that, but the issue here is that there is no balance. So I understand that controversy.
The wretchedness have made them better.
Yeah, of course, but there is no balance for.
Y'all Dominicans, y'all know how to fuck her, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't okay, he only posts and interviews people, that are viral, that give them views. And he says that gives me money. Every
But
time
do you guys have Dominican platforms that promote Dominicans in a positive light to balance that?
not really like the media, the regular media, but they're dead. Like the platforms with a lot of followers are the ones that post like the crazy things, like the most wretched and crazy Dominican things of us, and the funny things as well.
Right. So even
Clicks, give views, give likes, give money to those people. Controversial. Like
But will you say that Dominicans' image is heavily impacted by those kind of platforms? Do you feel like people view Dominicans as ratchet?
if you're weak-minded,
if like us, my view about us will not change because I know what he's posting, which people are, where they live, which education level they have. But of course, the impact, the external impact is huge because a lot of people that don't know us will see those kind of videos and believe we are like that.
What kind of videos are you talking about?
But you don't feel like it's mainly Dominicans watching those Dominican pages and just us kind of sharing like our own stereotypes that we already have of each other?
yeah.
But
I do.
But do you feel like you get stereotyped by non-Dominicans?
No, it's like Dominicans making fun of Dominicans. Like it's like things that we already
we are
make fun of each other for.
Right.
That's how we are. That's how we are. But we know that's like, there is like a hurricane, and then you have a Dominican play that he's like having a vacation. It's a hurricane, and the streets, there is a inundation in the streets, and he's pretending on a boat that he's having a vacation. During Semana Santa, how you call that, like spring break, they don't have money to go to the sea, and they will make a pool on a pickup thing. So, oh my gosh, I'm having my wonderful.
Right.
We are like that. We're like, we joke and laugh about everything.
Right.
And our ratchet things, we tend to make them viral. So for us, we know what's going on. However, when like a Jamaican or somebody from Trinidad would see that, they would think, "Oh my gosh, those people are so ratchet. Everyone is like that." So
Right.
No, but I don't think you guys understand the power of that. And like like y'all are sitting up here, and I hate to say, because I've been on a lot of Latin panels, and I just see that y'all don't see the reality and what is to come to y'all in the next few years. Like, just because of y'all are following the same pattern that damaged the Black community, you guys are going to reap those nasty benefits going forward.
The weak-minded will stay weak.
Okay, yeah, but guess what? You're going to deal with those benefits.
Well, not me. The weak-minded.
Okay, so like I hate, like this is what I get annoyed about, and I love like my Latin brothers and sisters, but like y'all are so stuck up on y'all Latino pride that like y'all are not willing to fix the things that are going to damage y'all going forward. Like I get that y'all have this pride and y'all think that it's like that nobody's looking at y'all like that and that y'all are like spicy right now. But I'm telling y'all right now, going forward, because I already see it, y'all are going to be in the same shithole black people are in.
Who cares?
No, come on.
You don't
You need to care.
We should
I don't.
care.
I don't. I don't. I don't
Problem that
care.
we have, Fighter. We truly don't care.
But fighter does not care because he's all
China.
fighter does not care because he's already reaping the benefits of the black community in a bit negative way. So he's already living in it. I'm talking about Dominicans who don't live it.
No. Let me tell you something. People don't care because they have more important things to focus on. Why do I care how people look at me? That's the dumbest thing in the world, man. That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I'm not talking about how people. I'm talking about
Random.
your
Who cares what
represent.
random
I'm
people on the
listen
internet
to
care
what
about me?
listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about your representation in society is important. That's how people are. That's how people are ranked in society.
I don't care about the ranking.
Okay, but I'm not saying okay. So you don't care, but I'm talking about the Dominicans that do care and that should care because you guys are going to be ranked the same way as black people are in America. And guess what? You see what's happening to black people in America, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We should care, Fighter. I know what you mean because we're like, whatever. I don't care. Like if a Dominican does something bad, that's his problem, not my problem. However, when you are a foreigner, you're always like an unofficial ambassador of your country. If you behave well, Dominicans and the other people that don't know Dominicans will think Dominicans are good as you, or hardworking as you, or are criminals. You know, like image is very important when you're outside of your country, especially when something bad, a crime is committed. But it's like you have your own children and your neighbor's children. Your own children, they can do whatever. They are your children. When when the child of your neighbor comes in your house and he breaks a glass, you say, "Ese muchacho era diablo, tanto que jode." You know, it's different. So when you're in the US, here in Europe, or wherever, our image, our behavior is very important because you're not representing yourself only. You're representing your community. Lamentablemente, pero es así. It's really sad because you should only represent. Personally, I represent myself, but at the same time, I know that what some people will think of me, they will think that about Dominicans, and I have had thousands of that kind of experiences. I can write a book about that, you know?
That's partially why I also like kind of went so hard at trying to change the narrative about Dominicans, like at least on YouTube, because I saw how we were being like just so negatively portrayed. So that's why I was like, I gotta
even here in
show it in
Europe,
a positive light, you know?
Yeah, even here in Europe, people are starting to believe that Dominicans are a certain way. So,
but like, let me say this.
In Norway, you don't have a lot of Dominicans in Norway. However, in Spain, you have a lot. I know that there we're having like.
But like even if you look at like Xena, I think I commented this on your channel. Like when they like, there's a lot of people who try to adapt, who try to push your culture and your ethnicity to be black. And I the reason why I'm passionate about that, and people are like, what the fuck, because this guy looks black. Like, so why is he not? It's because I have the same problem when I talk about my culture and like how it's not American black. And like you look at like even on your panels, like I hate to say it, but like I like if it was my panels, like I would not have. And I'm not saying for you to do this, but I'm just saying like because I'm such a competitive person and I care about but like when I'm talking about Dominican topics, like I wouldn't have those because they get so offended when you try to preserve what's yours, but it's important that you do. Like there's a reason why Cubans and Venezuelans and all those other people, when they come to this country, they quickly adapt to whiteness because they know that they understand the hierarchy in this country and who is more important in society. But like, and I'm not trying to like offend anyone. Like I'm not trying to say like that. because I see it, and I see what's going to happen, and I know like people are like, it's cool to be black in America, and like it's the but there's so many negative benefits. Like I even tell some black people they should stop saying that they're black. They should start saying that they're American, because there's so much damage to that name that there's no return on it.
So they say like they're half white, so they could get like some benefits.
Actually, there is this one YouTuber who's African American, and she used to say she was German and mixed.
Okay.
So
Okay. So,
on
black,
YouTube.
black girls, start lying about your ethnicity and nationality.
But you
Also,
see,
It gets you farther in life. It
but
gets you farther in life, guys.
you see how
Not
ignorant
not working hard. Not
you see
not
how
not,
you see how ignorant
not your
people get.
character. It's if you're white, you're good. Okay,
You see
guys.
how
no, Eddie
ignorant
is Dominican.
you
The
see
northern.
you see how ignorant
No,
people get when the
Eddie.
facts
Who?
come when the facts come
Oh
out.
no, Eddie's not anti-black.
Like y'all not paying attention, like at the end of the day, and y'all not seeing that already, that if white people or people like, y'all don't understand this, and I need like everybody to just like listen real quick. Do you not see, like I show videos all the time of like how white Americans like can't tell the difference between a black person and a
Uh-oh. The robot.
It sounds going out.
He's a robot. I knew it.
Great.
He's a
Even
machine.
can you
even
hear me now?
Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bot. You're a bot, bro. I knew it.
Okay, so can you do me a favor, Paula, because I don't like when I make points and like people like overtalk me, because it's annoying.
No, we could not hear you, Eddie. Like,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Good.
now your last sentence was like, you cannot see when white people.
Yeah, but we do understand that white people are the majority in America, so their opinion about how you are in society matters, especially when it comes to jobs, when it comes to being in high-ranking positions, when it comes to everything. So, like, I'm not saying that achieving whiteness is like the stand, but achieving American whiteness should be the standard right now, because they are the majority. And if you look at your Latino white passing counterparts, they are more successful in society because they are connecting more to whiteness when they come here.
Connecting to whiteness.
Can't relate.
I know you can't, because you're not at that level.
No, can't relate at that thought.
Okay, but for you, fighter, to say that, specifically, I'm not talking about not working hard, because you have to do that, but still connecting to whiteness and not being ratchet is important. Even back in Dominican Republic, there's a hierarchy, and this is what kills me, that like y'all act like that it's so random in America, and y'all don't do it back in your countries, but y'all do. There's a reason why Haitians are considered the bottom of the barrel in Dominican Republic. Do y'all not like?
Don't begin about the colorism.
But it's the truth, though.
Not rich Haitians. You have a lot of rich Haitians.
But in Dominican society, Haitians are considered the bottom of the barrel, no matter if you're rich or not.
Poor
Just because of their representation.
Not the rich Haitians. Not the rich Haitians.
I've never heard a Dominican separate rich Haitians.
No.
I've never heard it.
A lot of Haitians. No, that always boils my blood, because you guys only. You're like blind like that. You only see like one kind of media. You have a lot of successful professionals.
Yeah, and middle class.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Not entertainment and athletes. No. Like professors. You go to the Pucamaima. That's the middle class university. It's full with Haitian professors. Like the French teachers in Dominican schools, public schools, paid by the governments, are Haitians, not even Dominicans. The touristic sector, there are a lot of Haitians there. Punta Cana, those that speak French are not even Dominicans. I was like many times at the airport, I'm like, that French accent is not a French Dominican accent. You're Haitian. You go to Samana, everybody there in the hotels is Haitian. Come on, you guys. There is also a lot of like the poorest of the Haitians. Where are they going to go? They're going to cross a porous border. You guys think that like the only Haitian migrants that we have are like the ones working at the construction. everywhere. Agriculture, tourism, everywhere in all the layers. We have Haitian plastic surgeons in the Dominican Republic. One of the best dermatologists in Santiago is a Haitian woman and all that kind of stuff. And those are not like exceptions. No, I hate when people are talking.
Yeah, but
that,
just because the Dominicans are considered the high society in Dominican Haitian image. Listen. I'm gonna speak just for America. Just because the Dominicans are considered hierarchy or higher in Dominican Republic, in America, Haitians are looked down upon. So like when we try to pretend like this hierarchy is not real and that this stuff doesn't happen, it baffles me.
Yeah, but don't operate. Just because it exists doesn't mean you have to operate on. Racism exists doesn't mean you have to operate.
Okay, that's fine.
So now let me tell you this. You know why that idea is so detrimental about associate yourself with whiteness. No, nigga. Because I got family. I got my father is very dark skinned. I got my mother is an immigrant here. I got my big brother. I have examples in my family of people that look like me that I can look up to. So why would I have to look outside of what looks like me so I can feel inspired? That's
when did I tell you to be inspired by white people? Are you not paying
attention? Look at the comments and look what you're saying.
Fine.
That's not what I said.
Yes, Eddie, continue, but I have a question because you said like people should look up to whiteness or American whiteness because whatever black you associated black people with wretchedness. There is something that I did not understand.
Right.
I don't know what y'all not getting. Do y'all not see that? Do you not see? If you type in black music or you type in anything black in Google, you don't see the ratchetness that happens. Like, okay, in Dominican Republic, the black people, because I've heard people, I've been to Dominican Republic and I've heard them talk. Why in y'all countries, and even in my country, when I go there, I'm taught to not associate myself with blackness. There is a reason, especially since those people have not. Oh, okay. So we're gonna pretend like this is not real and that I'm making this up in my head. That's fine. Yeah, I'm telling y'all are going to y'all since the more delusional y'all are, the more.
No, the thing is
y'all going.
It's not even like a thing or a concept. We have that in us. So it's not like in America. We have our origin black African blood in us in our culture, but we don't look at it like.
African is not black American.
Like a black African culture. No, that's Dominican culture. Like every concept that's in our culture, we look at it as ours, not as foreign. Like there is not the concept of whiteness, blanquitud. Does that even exist? Negritud, indianity, whatever dude. It's like that's all in us.
Right.
Those are not different concepts.
Right. Right. So either you're good or bad. Either you're trashy or you're classy.
Okay. Of course.
Either you're educated or not educated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there is, of course, it exists. There is, like racism exists, colorism exists. We cannot even deny that. It's true, but it's not like like even the concept of blackness and whiteness that doesn't exist in the Dominican mind in the Dominican Republic because they're not a racialized society, they're a classist society. What's in their heads are the political parties. PLD, PRM, whatever. Political parties. That kind of thing is in their mind. Not like racial concepts. That's a very American thing. Even though we have like racial stuff, it's different. We're not.
Where did y'all learn y'all politics from? Yeah, politicians, like all that political stuff that y'all do there. Where did y'all learn that from? Like to have like governors and senators and presidents. Where did y'all learn that from?
Come on, of course, from one colonization and copying. But is that bad having politicians?
No, it's not. But you cannot say that y'all don't try to achieve whiteness when y'all country is doing the same thing that whiteness taught y'all to do.
That whiteness, excellence, then we should achieve whiteness.
So y'all are trying to achieve whiteness by having white.
You're associating whiteness with positive things and blackness with negative things.
So okay, so all right, so if that's the case, why didn't y'all pick up on your African side when y'all had kings and queens? Why y'all didn't keep that there when y'all traveled there? Because y'all learned that before y'all learned whiteness. So why did y'all choose the whiteness over the blackness?
What? Can you repeat? Could you repeat, please?
So there's a lot of Africanness and a lot of Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
So we know in Africa that beforehand, the slaves that were brought from there, they took kings. They had kings and queens, right? So instead of jumping to that narrative and keeping that hierarchy of things, why did Dominicans decide to jump to the whiteness part of it, right, and the American side instead of jumping back to the black culture of like having kings and queens?
Because that was the structure that was already that was the structure that was up already.
Okay, but you can change it.
But
yeah, but one, like, you know what, that's true. They say like they only teach basic things, like there were brother slaves, the strongest one that were like they were like the prisoners from other tribes, and some of them, you know, were kings and queens from other tribes that got captured and they were shipped over there. That's all we know. And we know like our ancestors were like from Fulani, they were from the Congo, Wakongo, whatever. That's all they teach us. And then they teach us like, you know, more Dominican history and a lot of like the conflict of Dominican Republic and Haiti. But I mean, like, why should we go only on we focus more on Dominican things, but because that's who we are. We, of course, they don't even explore African. They should, maybe. Yeah, they should. Why not? Certainly in college.
They should, because those white politics damage their country.
There is some hypocrisy here. We're not Africans. We are Dominicans. And the majority of us are.
But y'all are Dominicans that are using that are using whiteness to run your society.
Not really, because Spain and England had king. England still has a queen,
and Spain also has king and queen.
But I'm talking about American white culture.
What do you mean? No, of course. Since the Yankee intervention, of course, like. Before that, you know, the eyes were towards Europe, and then from 1914, when the first Yankee American interventions in us, we looked up to America. So before we copied Europe, and from 1914 we're copying the US.
Mm-hmm. Which is basically whiteness, because the white man made that system. So you're running your Dominican Republic is ran by whiteness. So when y'all say that y'all don't try to achieve it, y'all don't look like that. Let me finish.
I get you now.
Yeah. So if your country is being ran by what the white man created, so how are you not running your country to achieve whiteness?
What? Listen, no.
The whole world, like the power.
I can't believe this.
Is that excellence? You mean excellence, actually?
Oh, so white is excellence, right? So why? Wait. Let me finish. So y'all basically doing the same thing in Dominican Republic and y'all countries, but when I say that y'all should do it here, you have a problem of that.
No, Eddie, you are basically saying, be like white people, hang out with the white people.
That's not what I said.
That's what you doing. That's what you said.
Hold on. I just broke it down to y'all in the most smartest terms. I said, let's talk about the politics and all that other stuff. How y'all bring it back to a lower level of talking about friendships and things? I never said that. I talked about corporations. I talked about the majority of white people. Y'all bring it down to the micro levels instead of
no. You're saying
I never said friends.
Whiteness, because you operate over that dominance hierarchy. You want to put somebody above or below you. That's not how you should. This is how the world works, man. That's not how the world works.
It does work because y'all using it in y'all countries that y'all coming from, but y'all don't want to use it here.
No. You keep saying y'all. I don't.
I'm talking about the major. Okay, are you not from the Dominican Republic? You
I'm from the United States of America. My family's from Dominican
all right?
Republic.
So I'm talking about Dominican Republic, and we're talking about Dominican. Since you consider yourself American, then you're fine, right? You're
I am American, but I have Dominican roots though, and I've lived in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And out there, people don't got time to worry about. Oh, let's be like white people. No, everybody out there just trying to survive.
Okay.
They're trying to survive
under a white republic. I can't.
Under a white republic. What is dude talk? Eddie, you're weird, man. You're acting weird.
Can we please go back to the topic?
Yes, let me finish that topic.
We got way off over here.
What is he talking about, bro?
People over there, they don't leave. You're let's call them ignorant to those facts. They don't leave that thing. They have a lot of issues, more important issues. That's surviving, eating every day, that kind of things. Like there's a pandemic there. You guys in the US, you have some money, some Trump money or whatever you call it. People there don't have it. You have Medicaid. Those people don't have it. So they have like big issues. So
they don't know when they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
You're worried about being white? What?
They said I'm weird because they don't like the truth. But like,
no. They're trying to look. People, listen. You can't compare United States first world problems to third world problems.
I never compared your problems. What are y'all talking about?
Okay. All right, let me put it in layman terms for you. Let me put it in layman terms. The things that we worry about here is not the same things that they worry about over there. Over here, we're worried about race and gender equality and this bull crap, but out there they're worrying about when am I going to eat again. Like that's what they're worrying. They're worrying about when are they going to eat, how are they going to survive. That's what they're worried about over there.
Taxes and oil every Friday. The gas is adding up and the food is becoming even more expensive and people don't earn enough money. But I want to read what Blood Moon says. We must stop emulating trash, which is what many Dominicans do when they are raised here. Yes. Is that what you mean by not emulating, we're not emulating whiteness in the US, Eddie? I totally agree with Blood Moon because...
Yeah, I just don't want the word white and black, but it's the truth.
So, but the thing is, like, I have a problem with you because you were the one, that's how I understood and prior. So you're associating excellence with whiteness and trash with black people.
That's exactly what he's doing.
No, that's what I understood.
Me too, and people in the comments too.
Okay, if that's how y'all feel, then go ahead.
No, that's how.
So Eddie, are you using white and black as concepts, not necessarily tied to white and black people?
Exactly, Xtina, you understand what I mean, and so does La Princess.
Yeah, but the being of darker complexion has nothing to do with a way they think.
Okay.
Trash. Like if whiteness is a concept, that's a very positive concept. We know in the Bible and all that stuff, but like now in modern days, using whiteness as something as excellence, as a positive concept, and blackness.
Eddie watches too much TV because he doesn't know there's like so many poor white people. Like I don't think Eddie understands that. Like, bruh.
Whiteness is excellence. Yes.
Thank you, Paula. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Excellence. We want excellence. I'm thriving for excellence. Then I'm living all my days for excellence. Of course, I don't associate myself with trashy people, ratchetness. Of course,
Thank you.
If I'm gonna associate myself with excellence, I'm not going to look for all the white people. I'm looking for anybody who's doing good, not for white people. That's the thing. Because when you're doing that, if you're dark skinned, what you're doing is you're belittling yourself.
Exactly. I think that's so. I don't like that concept.
I mean, there's a million ways to skin a cat, and that is not the most positive way.
Man,
that's all I'm saying.
Come on. So if you imagine you're like a truly black person, because I don't consider myself black, I'm a mixed woman, obviously. So you're black, and you say like, "Oh my gosh, I have to thrive for whiteness." What the fuck is that? So whiteness is bad.
Bruh, yo, that I can't believe Eddie knows what he's doing. Either Eddie is like so smart and he's like swaying this conversation a certain way, or he's just a hugest idiot. It's either one of the two. either you're like intelligent or you're just like dumb as fuck. I think it's you're very intelligent and you're swaying this conversation the way you want to sway it.
Y'all will see, and I hope YouTube is still alive around the time because I'm gonna do a I told you so Latino video.
I mean, if you're smart, if you're not weak-minded, whatever's going on, it's not gonna affect you. Whatever the celebrities are doing is not gonna affect you.
Okay.
You know, if you're smart,
we can continue to pretend like it doesn't do so. That's
no, if you're smart.
Yeah, but
if
so
you're,
I
if
guess
you're
the majority of
weak-minded and
America is not smart because a lot of people emulate things that happen in the media. Do they not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we confused about?
No, the weak-minded though.
Okay. Well, did I not say and before that there's going to be a class system coming up soon?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't get what's the problem.
Bloodman says whoever is in power, regardless of race, whoever is in power regardless of race, but the fact is that whites are on top. Yes, I agree with that. But please, Bloodman, come here and explain me because Fighter and I are not understanding it, and you are. So, you know.
But what were we talking about before? We were talking about
yeah, but still, I'm like I'm confused.
Oh yeah. Let's just push that to the side. like that wasn't a ridiculous
The
statement.
topic is
if you're thriving and I want to emulate power. You know, I want to become the better person that I am, become more wealthy and more successful and whatever, of course. But my problem, of course, whites, you know, rich whites are on top, of course. But my problem is, you know, like, is projecting positive things on white people. You know,
Paula.
And everything. So I don't associate positive things
with white. Right. So no, Paulo, you know, everyone here, if you're dark, let's all buy cream, bleaching cream, and
that is not what he meant.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes,
did not
yes, he is.
Can we go back to the topic?
Let's buy bleaching cream.
No. Fire complex. Christina Princess, explain us, please, because and Fresa, please join, or Morena, please, because
I didn't hear the first part, so I'm sorry, Ken. I didn't know what he said.
Because I think what he said is interesting, but Fighter and me, I guess, are the only ones who are not understanding it.
Fighter knows exactly what I'm saying.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna
speak on it anymore.
I have box braids. I'm gonna take these out, man. I don't want to show my curliness in my hair. I don't want to show.
No. That's not really.
Oye, prieta, salte del sol, te va a poner prieta, salte del sol, morena.
Can we go back to the topic, please?
All right.
We're off topic. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Attitude. Okay. Yes, Morena. I love my color and never stop me.
Awesome up a gum tree, goonie on a stump. Awesome up a gum tree, goonie on a stump. And overdub.
Okay. So, the original topic was like if Latinas truly have the upper hand, and if Simone was right, did she have a low self-esteem, or are Black women that reacted to that video the ones that have low self-esteem or desperate and all that stuff? Christina, what do you have to say about that?
Hold up. Yo, this dude Moise, yo. As much as this dude always got something to say about Dominicans, he can't stay off Dominican channels. Like, I just find that real funny. Anyways, okay. Who always got something to say?
And I just want to put a disclaimer out. I love Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, but I love y'all so much that I have to be real with y'all.
Yeah. Everybody loves everybody, but then behind the scenes, it's something else.
Yeah.
Okay, the question was.
Me too, Fresa. Me too. I have understand. You know, you have to explain that to me, please, Fresa. Please. Sorry. Yes. So, Christina, do you think that women have reacted the same way if Danileigh, instead of being Dominican, would have been Argentinian or Brazilian.
Would people have reacted the same if she was from Argentina or Brazilian?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the reaction would have been the same because of what B. Simone was saying, like the way that she was elevating her while kind of downplaying herself. I think in that regards, yeah, it would have been somewhat the same. But, then again, Dominicans have been kind of like a hot topic for a minute. So I don't know, maybe her being Dominican, that did kind of make it more of like a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I think Estina made a great point. It was just the fact that B. Simone tried to make it seem like, oh, Latinas are just better. I think B. Simone was joking, but she did this on purpose. Because now, look, we're talking about her, and her name is being entered in search engines now, which is making her, her algorithm go up, her page go up. She's getting popularity out of it. She's playing everybody. And then,
honestly, this is not the first time she has pulled a stunt that has made her go viral or be talked about. So I think she knows what she did, but yeah.
She got viral differently because before that I had never heard of her, and now I know her. So,
like now all the
YouTube, for anything positive. I feel like every time she goes viral, it's for like some BS.
Right.
Yeah. It's always some BS.
Positive things don't go viral, people. We all know that. Christina, you are the best example here. You have like one of the best educational videos about Latin Americans and Black and Latin American. And today your video about the Dominican Republic, I guess in 9 minutes or 12 minutes, you wrapped up Dominican history, primary school history lesson. I did my primary school there, so I know what I'm talking about. In 12 minutes. So it's like if Dominicans, you don't think
those videos get the least views.
Yes.
That's what I'm like, man, we might doing all this work for if people don't want to see this. They want to see bullshit,
Yeah, like it's always the race videos that get the most views. And especially if you talk about Black Americans, you also get a lot of views. So
they too, but I don't want to be doing that either.
The controversy itself, it's incredible. So she did it strategically. She knew like if I talk about this, I will go viral. And as I said previously, many of those women of whatever race, Black channel, they also benefits from it. They monetize it. I think I have the impression now during this pandemic that some content creators they kind of create a paranoia. Like everybody is jealous of us, everybody wants to kill us, everybody this, everybody that. Like some people are creating paranoias and monetizing on it.
Yeah, but I feel like at a point that she was right. Like since right now, Latina women are the thing, that means that they have the upper hand in society. So like I like that we try to like protect Blackness and we try to say, oh, like, Black women are beautiful too. We already know that there's Black women that are beautiful. But if you look at society, Latino women are very Latino women are getting booked more than Black women. They consider more spicy, they consider more foreign, and we know foreign is big now. So I like take advantage of it. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing.
Bloodmon says it's not that serious because she was joking, but
she was not joking. She was dead serious.
She was serious, and Ellie probably did as well. I thought she was being sarcastic, like this girl is being funny and sarcastic, and then I knew she was a comedian. So,
yeah, but it's like ha ha ha. But your men feel that way too. So how funny is that? A lot of Black women feel that way too.
How come when stand-up comedians, men, say the same thing? There's not. I don't know. Maybe there is this.
There is backlash. There is backlash.
There is also backlash. Okay.
Let me say something like as a disclaimer. Danny, the girl Danny, I don't know how to pronounce her whole name. But Danileigh, whatever. I don't even find her to be like that attractive, because that's not my preference, because I prefer you know, a Afro Latina, right?
Look
Or
at that. Here you go, pandering
or
to
African
black women
Caribbean
again.
woman, or you know, or black women, right? So that's what I prefer. Someone of, you know, darker complexion. But since the topic come up, I can't ignore that Danny is she is attractive. She is a very attractive girl. Um, and I just think B Simone made that comment, right? And but she knew it was gonna stir it up, and YouTube creators, content creators were gonna talk about it. Like this is what the thing is about. And she
But you, but,
and B Simone was saying, "Oh, I wish I could be like your Latinas. You're just sexy." It was a compliment, but then it was also
And
like,
then she said, "Oh, I can just call myself Puerto Rican."
"Oh, right, yeah." She started saying that. Oh, I could, yeah, like you could look, you could pass the Puerto Rican, like, yeah. It's kind of funny because you know what's hilarious? Because she can be a Latina, right? B Simone could be Latina. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Latinas that look like B Simone. So,
To
so
me,
these arguments are
it's
just
more like when I'm like, oh, mami, porque yo no salí con los moños tuyos, man. Like, oh my gosh, why do I don't have your hair? Or like, oh my gosh, why I
right.
am 5'5". The majority, I'm one of the shortest women in my family. So they're all like 5'8", 9, 6 foot even. I'm like, me and another sister of mine, we're 5'5". We belong to the shortest. Like, ay, porque yo no salí así como ustedes. Even 5'5" is not very short, but in my family, that's short. It's like, oh, porque yo salí así tan chiquita. Oh, porque yo no tengo tu pelo. Why don't I have your hair or your height or whatever? But you're also complimenting someone sometimes. So that's how I interpreted it. But as Eddie explained me previously, when black men are having those channels and talking BS about black women and degrading them, and then a woman become, even if she's a comedian, says the same thing, it can be hurtful for black American women.
yeah, and she could have just basically said, like, I could have joked around and said, "Oh my God, Xena, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Like, oh, I wish I had, like, your hair. I wish I had this." But she started to bring race into it, and she started to bring ethnicity or culture into it, and that was the problem. Because it's like
And
now,
sexualizing Latino kids.
yes,
So
That was weird. Like the
that
2-year-old comments or how
Yeah,
you complexiato, whatever.
yo,
That was weird.
imagine a man making that comment.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Oh my
saying. That's
God, you
why
would automatically been labeled a.
Yo, and they have,
drag.
and they're dragging. Listen,
but
they're
men have made that comment. Men have been sexualized their little mixed kids forever.
no. When I listen, Eddie, stop swaying the conversation somewhere else, man.
Men,
Okay,
Actually, men have
stop,
done that
stop
because
swaying. You
there
guys
are
are swaying
women.
the conversation from what we're talking about.
But
We're
you
talking
have to speak
about
facts.
if a man would have made that same comment, it would have been a problem. Stop,
Men have said that.
stop, Eddie.
no,
Stop.
father. You can make your point and then let him speak. Please.
Okay, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry, Eddie. Go ahead. Sway
So
the conversation.
So comedians all the time talk about how their little mixed little girls are going to be, the little mixed girls are going to be more sexier than dark skinned girls. That's why they date outside their color. Would you hold
Point
on,
that video
stop,
out.
stop
No,
over talking me.
Father.
Like that's like you're really pissing me off because like I'm trying to prove a point.
Oh, you
No,
get
Because
mad?
you always over talk me when I'm talking real facts, but you always say that I lie. But when I'm
Don't
trying
get.
to prove it to you, you over talk me.
Oh, okay. You
It's
get pissed.
actually true what Eddie says
Let's ping
because
And
pong.
there are
how about
women
that
of mixed
viral
kids have
that
said it.
viral
Eddie.
hold on. How about that viral video that rap guy did when he said that the little black girl is going to get fucked and sucked and plucked and raped?
Oh,
Yes, and
Yeah, he said that on camera.
his light skinned mixed daughter is going to be married. So when we say that, like, it's a fact that men say it all the time, they just don't get as much slack.
what the
What?
man?
Is who said that? Who said that?
A rapper or whatever, some
There was like a rap battle or something.
Oh, it was a rap battle.
Oh, so for men,
They
yeah.
cannot say
For
that.
men, it's when men, it's just a rap battle.
No,
See,
I can't hear. I can't hear.
Okay,
Or
that's the problem.
listen, all right, listen. Want to know the difference? It's a rap battle. They say the most disrespect. I don't think people understand what rap battle is. They say,
About kids,
listen,
about underage kids.
princess. Oh, yeah, that's how I know you guys don't know what a rap battle is,
Oh
right?
my
I'm not
goodness.
okay, La Princess. You don't know what rap battling is, and rap
Okay.
battle. The whole point of rap battling is saying the most disgusting, disrespectful jokes. You can't ask these people to be moral and classy when it's a rap battle. Where the whole point is to ridicule your opponent to the farthest extremities. They're speaking about their dead relatives. They're speaking about their wife. They're speaking about their kids.
Fighter, yes. You can say I slept with your wife, but not that kind of things. Sorry. There is,
but you see how there's a double
your wife
standard.
and your
There's a
mother
double
is
standard for
ugly,
men.
and your mother is whatever and whatever. But your child,
If a man says that about your daughter, fighter, will you not want to beat his ass?
nothing.
Okay, let me put it like this. People have to understand. When you go to these rap battles, right?
What
These
about when Kevin Hart did it?
when you go to these rap battles, when we
Yeah.
go to these rap battles, I'm not making an excuse for anything, but this is the type of things that they do. When they go to these rap battles, they are being extremely disrespectful. So I said, this is why I didn't want Eddie to bring it up when a man does it, because it is seemed crazy, but in rap battle, they disrespect everything. There's no extreme, like
But you
everything
said
is allowed.
oh, imagine a man would have did this, and I told you what a
Yeah,
man would have
but
did.
you want to know?
And now
You
you
want to know
said
what?
he's a rapper.
You want to know
That's
what the
weird.
difference is? No,
That's
you know what?
weird.
Want to know what the difference is? No, it's not weird. Yeah, once again, yeah, swing it again. And a rap battle. Listen, these dudes they're not even famous. The reason why that video became famous because he said something outrageous.
So to
He's not,
you,
hold on,
it's
Princess,
okay.
let me finish. He's not those rap battles are not famous. The reason why the content, we don't even know their names. That's the hilarious part. We don't know their names because before that they were not.
The name is written in the comments. Just read the comments and you will find the video.
Look, Giorgio Casper. No one knows. No one knew who the hell that was. Like no one knows Giorgio Casper. B Simone is more of a well-known name. B Simone was known before the comments. She was known as a Instagram comedian. The rapper guy, their name is now up in the light because of something negative or something they said. That's the difference. And it's like, yeah, you guys don't want to see that. And now let's get back to the topic because
Back to the topic, please.
We're swaying. This is what I didn't want.
Diablo, Fresa, te dio pa' fighter.
Well, Paula said, listen, not Paula, sorry. B Simone made that comment. If a already popular man would have said that same thing, oh man.
Of course, because it's disgusting and inappropriate.
But because B Simone
kids.
because B Simone said it was swept under the rug.
No.
Well, Kevin Hart did say that his teenage daughter is whole and trashy. So
What? No, man. Like,
but he's a. You see what I understand? He's a comedian. He's gonna say little. Oh my god, bro!
Comedian. Both inappropriate, disgusting,
bro.
your daughter. Come on, you don't touch on your family, your children. Come on, touch in the sense of your talk about that.
B Simone is a comedian too. She does stand up.
Who?
But she didn't talk about her children. She talked about Black in general.
No, she talked about girl children.
You see, yo, Eddie, good job, man. This is what you wanted. You got.
What are you talking about?
Back to the topic. Oh my gosh, I can't.
That's too much, exactly. No, not that. Oh my god. Oof.
Yeah.
Understood. Sorry.
Okay, so it's B Simone said no one is calling her a pedophile though, right?
It is. It is.
Spiders. We're not talking about that kind of.
All right, okay.
We're talking about.
What she said was sick, man. She said
Simone.
it was sick.
I am
It
a
was
loho
sick.
called her that.
If it was a man, they would not let it slide.
I am a loho called out her comment.
Sorry, princess.
Another YouTuber said that her comment was disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So,
And
yeah.
do you think I read comments saying that she's self-hating and that she's desperate and that she has a low self-esteem? Do you agree with that?
If B Simone self-hating?
Yes. I read that comment. Self-hating, low self-esteem.
I mean, it was comedy. So she didn't really, but I feel like there's always
You say it was comedy? What?
Yeah, but I did say that in the beginning.
Okay.
But there is some truth in comedy, so maybe she feels like, Latinas are winning in some way. I don't know, some women do feel that way.
Like, imagine a man saying, "Little girls come out the womb sexy." What?
So what I have to say about that, like, so I don't think she's self-hating. I think that she really just sees that America, well, Black culture is using Latino women, so she decided to cash in on that, to use a Latino woman to expand her platform too. Yeah, so she's starting to see that Latino women are becoming the mules of the Black community. So she was like, "Why? Let me cash in on this."
When they monetize that, yeah.
You know what's funny though? I don't know if anyone knows the origins of hip hop. Caribbeans and Hispanics have been part of hip hop.
By the way, we're not talking about hip hop. We're not talking about rap. Stay on topic.
No.
Stay on topic or get kicked
We're on
out.
topic. No, we're on topic.
No, we're not.
We're on topic.
Is there an example?
Yes. You want to know why they're on topic?
Yes.
Because you're saying, they're of Black culture. Oh, they're benefiting off Black culture. This is the topic, the princess. So
Congratulations, you created hip hop. Look what it has done.
No, Eddie.
Congratulations.
No, Eddie. On one angle, on one side, you'll say, "Oh no, they're benefiting from a culture that's not theirs," and now you're saying,
did I ever say that? What are you talking about?
No, not you. General.
In general, and you made that comment also.
I did not. I said that she realized that
a Latina is benefiting all of the. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like,
all
stop
right.
putting words in my mouth. I said that they realized that Latino women are now the muses of the mules of hip hop. So she decided to cash in on it.
Yeah.
I think she's looks good.
Okay, but she just got used and abused. What Latino women are dealing with right now.
I mean, I feel like Latina women always been in the mix with it. Always. This is not like this is not a fad.
It's not a recent phenomenon. No.
It's not a fad.
It is.
Nope. Sorry.
It is.
This is like they've always been part of the music.
Okay, I never said that they weren't always a part of it, but right now they're becoming more popular.
We're a part since the Bronx. Come on, in the 80s with the Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans and all those people, of course, always. They've always been there. But
yeah,
now,
I never said that. I'm saying right now you are. I'm not saying the music.
We don't want to be used, Eddie.
I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about specifically the way they are sexualizing Latino women now. They are, because their men used to be more protective over them. They are at least protecting Latino women now. So now you are pushed in the media as being foreign and exotic and being sexualized.
They are benefiting from it.
But if Latino men protect Latinas more, they will get attacked for being racist. So
how can we protect them? They do what they want. They're not living in the Middle East.
Yes, they're not living in
the Middle East. They do what they want.
These are women.
Otherwise, you move out, and they can move out. Those women that get those attentions. They want to have those attentions. They are the ones that want to participate in those video clips and all those stuffs. You know, they want to become video honeys, video vixens. They want to date those rappers and those entertainers. They're benefiting from it. You know, do you really think that those LATINAs, IG models
Are
that
victims.
want to be,
No, no, they choose to do it, but there are many
they
they
want?
choose to do it, but there are many Latinos who don't like that image
I
that they're
don't like that image either. I despise that image. I despise that image. But I can't do anything about that unless that better myself.
well, you can well, the Latinos who don't like the image and don't support that, they can separate themselves.
Do you know
But
what
I don't
comes?
associate myself with those women. But
Do you
you
know what
know,
comes? Do you know what comes with your women being sexualized? Do you know that now that increases pedophilia in your community? Do you realize that now that increases rape because now you're objectified and you're pushed in rapist face as the idea of a pretty woman? Like, do you not understand like that is a problem that
of
comes
course
with
I
disres
understand. But you
that
cannot do
hold on.
anything
I'm not
against it.
blaming these
You
women,
only
but
those women can.
we can blame them for the things that are about to happen in their community. Do you not understand that now your value is lowered because you're considered like easy, and just because you hang out with rappers, your image is connected to that. And even though these women are getting paid to be in these videos, the women who are going to be catcalled and raped, and those little girls who are going to be pedophiles because they're over sexualized, are not getting paid for that work.
Okay, so I want to ask a question to the panel. I want to ask a question to the panel. So, um, according to that thought, right? So does that mean that uh rape and pedophilia and kidnap cases for white girls has decreased? Is that what?
No,
No.
for black girls,
There's no comparison.
it
Fighter.
is.
I know what you mean.
Hold on, I have the facts. So for black girls, it is decreasing. For Latino little girls, it is increasing. Look what's happening at the border.
Well, it should
Well,
decrease everywhere. It happens.
Look what's happening at the border.
Whatever is a it's a disaster. However, Eddie, I know what you mean, and I do agree with you.
Why are they now going more so to Latino countries to pull little Latino girls? Now, why is that a big thing now? Y'all not paying attention. And
that's
y'all
been
trying to
happening
pretend
though.
stupid
I
about
do
not.
pay attention, but the thing is, you know, we cannot do anything about it. The only ones that can stop it are those women. It's not even rappers. Rappers can rap whatever they want to. It's up to those women. They're benefiting from it, and they're looking us, the other ones, the more I will call myself decent, not sane, but decent, like trash, having a, another good reputation, have a reputation of being an easy or whatever girl. But at the same time, I cannot help it. They are the ones. They are the only ones that can change it. A baller girl, like if a rapper of whatever, what kind of man goes to New York or wherever in the world, and he wants to pay a baller girl, it's not his fault. It's that girl who's working like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but there's a reason. There's a reason why these men are specifically going to a lot of Latina countries, and going to have sex with those women and going to sexualize those women. There's a reason why it's big.
No.
Because of the money, the dollar gets them far. That's why they go over there.
Yeah, because they know when they go to other countries that their men don't play games like that and that they can actually be killed for it.
Like what? No. Well, people are going to places like South America because of the money exchange, the dollar exchange. That's why they're going there. That's the main reason.
Okay, if you say so.
No. I mean, this is a fact. This is a fact.
There are other countries in America that values the American dollar more than their countries. You know that, right?
So, like where?
Like in Africa.
So, okay, so in Africa, where?
From the US, it's more expensive to go to Africa.
Yeah, Eddie doesn't understand.
I don't even know.
Eddie
They're
doesn't
going to
understand.
those countries because they have the dollars and it's cheaper
So
there.
why aren't they going to places like why aren't they going to like damn, I can't even say like Venezuela. Why are they going to like Argentina, or they're not going to like all of these Latino communities who like protect their Who?
Paraguay,
Yeah.
Uruguay,
Why they not going there to? Why are they going strictly to
Chile.
Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico and these?
Because they feel more attractive to the Dominican
Mhm.
women.
Yeah, because
Because they're more similar to Latin American women.
Argentinian women are probably not that attractive.
They feel more attracted to Caribbean women. I mean,
Why they not going to Jamaica and doing that? Why they not going to Trinidad and doing that? Why are they not going to?
Feel less attracted to those women.
It's because the women there, the women there are not protected by their men, and that's the reason why they are able to go there and do that. And I've heard plenty of Dominican men and plenty of Puerto Rican men say that they don't care what they do to their women. If that was to happen in Jamaica, those men would be killed, no matter if it was a prostitute.
Oh yeah, no, Eddie. I know you're lying to yourself. We know.
I mean, it happened in China. A Black American guy got kicked out of the country for throwing money at a Chinese stripper.
Okay.
What did Princess say?
A Black American man got kicked out of China for throwing money at a stripper in China. A Chinese
Dominican Republic, he would never. They would say, "Yeah, continue."
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's saying.
Yep.
The country took action and kicked that man out. But in Dominican Republic, he would still stay.
In United States, can you throw money at a stripper?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I have never been there.
Oh, okay. You can. In the United States, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm talking about other countries. I'm not talking about America right now. But like I keep proving these points and y'all keep just deflecting.
Oh, okay. So you want to live in China? You think China is a better place?
Who said that?
No, that's oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Why can't you just accept the fact that it's the truth? These other countries protect them, and that's why at the end of the day you don't even see a lot of black men with Asian women in America.
Andy, Eddie said that Andy
protection. It has to do with the women. They feel like
protection.
Women from poor countries that they deem attractive, and they go to those countries because they know they need less to impress them.
Okay, if you say so.
No,
yeah. So in Brazil, people don't. They go to Brazil as well. They don't protect their women. They don't go to Bolivia. It's next to it. Bolivia is next to Brazil. They don't go to Ecuador. Brazil is even farther.
Yeah, because you wonder why they don't go to Ecuador. Can you imagine they go to Ecuador?
The looks. Look.
What would happen if they would go to Ecuador and that would become famous?
I've been to Ecuador.
Okay, and do you see? Can you imagine men coming from other countries trying to? You think those men would allow it?
Yes, and also in Morocco, also in Marrakesh, in Morocco, and Arab.
Are you sure?
I've been I've traveled all the whole world.
Are you sure, girl?
In all countries, all poor countries, with high tourism, you have a prostitution problem, and people go there, and those women and men. I'm not. In Jamaica is known for that. Gambia, Senegal with men, Princess, and you know that. Congo doesn't have a problem because you guys don't have.
I'm talking about filming it and making it famous.
Oh, you filming it and making it famous?
Oh, they're filming. They're not making it famous. They're shaming them. That's something.
So they're basically shaming your country.
Oh.
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna say the Chinese women are not that attractive. I'm sorry, compared to
you. Always.
I have actually seen beautiful Chinese women. So my brother has been friends with many beautiful Asian women. Like
okay, yeah. Compared to no one thinks like, let me go to China get some women. Like no one is thinking about that. They want to go to Thailand, the ones where they have they got a little bit more curves on them.
They're not going to Thailand.
Where they look better.
Where?
Oh, you guys don't know about the prostitution that goes around happens in those Asian islands.
I'm not talking about the prostitution. I'm talking about filming it and shaming the country. That's the problem.
Awful.
That's all.
They mostly do it in Latin countries.
Because of the dollar.
Because of the dollar. That's why they film. Because of the dollar.
No, because they can get away with it.
Exactly.
They don't get checked.
And because of the dollar, man, man.
And also, there are Dominicans who jump on these panels and they let it fly. So
we don't care because they're getting the bottom of the barrel. Like the Dominican prostitutes are not beautiful there too. Like it's okay. Just say it that.
Listen, this is the thing, right?
It's not because a Dominican woman came from overseas that she's automatically a prostitute. No, you have to make exceptions.
All right, so this
is dangerous saying that.
This is the thing, right? Imagine a man saying, you know what, damn, okay, I'm doing a little bit. Imagine a man living in America, right? And he's like, damn, okay, let me go to Dominican Republic, an example, right? Let me go to DR or Colombia, and let me just, stay out there for like a month or two. And I heard there's a lot of pretty women. I got friends out there. Let me go out there. I start, sleeping with these women, paying them and living life out there. And I say, you know what? Let me start a YouTube. I'm like, oh, what sex sells, right? Let me start recording this. What am I? And then let's say I'm a random Dominican guy or Colombian, and I say, and what I'm gonna do? Get on YouTube. Hey, you guys are low lifes. You're shaming women. You shouldn't be showing what women are doing. Like, bruh, like who got time to be doing that?
No, you're American. Your government can do something about it though.
But the government is allowing the prostitution to go on because it brings tourism.
They can. That's the so
the government.
We like to be delusional, like that. Countries that things can make change, like at that they can make it that if you're getting recorded that you can get banned out of this country for the rest of your life. That's a simple thing they can do.
In Dominican Republic, let me show you one thing. In Dominican Republic, they have como eso casa de cabaña right? No, they're little hotels. Little ass hotel rooms, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's like a cabaret, right? Lo cabaret.
Cabarets are brothels,
right? Okay. So they have these little hotel rooms that they know is for prostitution. You could rent them for like an hour or two, right? You got a TV, you got all this stuff, right? It even has a thing where if you order food, like it'll be delivered straight to your room. Like like you don't even have to open the door. It goes straight through your room. You don't even have to open the door. It's like a little elevator shaft thingy, right? You open the door and the food, the drinks is right there. That way, because if you're a married man or if you're a politician, that way you won't be exposed, right? And the government is allowing all of these little mini motels and whatnot because they know that a lot of tourists come for that. They come to the Dominican Republic for prostitution. They know what's going on, but they allow it because it brings money to the country.
Are you not getting what I'm saying? I clearly said that the issue is not the prostitution. The issue is the recording and disrespecting the woman. And I clearly said that it could have been a simple thing to change it from the government. They can say if you're caught recording or making YouTube videos, you'll get kicked out of the government. You like this whole explanation, and I'm not even talking about that.
How do I know I'm Dominican?
That's true what he says. That that destroys our image as women, as Dominicans, and as women especially. But those people should be banned.
I would never feel the same.
Persona non grata, and not go to the country again, because come on, that's so damaging and so disrespectful. We have more European tourists in the DR per day, per week, per year, whatever. Looking for more prostitution than Black American men.
Yeah, but you don't see them recording it, making videos.
That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. I mean, I was in shock that kind of things existed. Come on, because we have everywhere in the world prostitution in all poor countries that live off tourism. You have that problematic everywhere, but I have never seen anyone reporting it.
Yes, so what is the reason why Black men choose Latinas then?
Why do white men do them? Why do Asian men?
Yeah, but the reason.
Maybe I don't
know. Why do they prefer to go to Brazil than Ecuador or Peru or Bolivia?
See, here we go deflecting again. At the end of the day, the majority that is dating, the majority of interracial dating is between behind white women that's growing fastly is Latino and Black men.
No, Asian women and white men everywhere.
I'm talking about what we talk about Latino and Black people. I'm not talking about like other races of people. There's a reason why Asian women are specifically dating white men, and there is a reason why they are considered at higher value even than white women right now. But we don't want to get into that. But there's a reason why it's growing fast.
I wonder how many men walk up to a woman and be like, "Oh, let me see. Are you high value? Wait, let me check the chart right now."
No, fire. I reputation has something to do with it because you guys never be the woman.
Because and there's a reason why there's a certain type of man not picking at Latino women anymore.
Who cares?
Okay, well, that's what this panel is for. So we're going to talk about it.
Reputation is important. That's your brand.
So you don't care.
Which man? Which man isn't?
What do you mean?
Which man isn't picking Latino?
There's certain type of men that are not fiending for a Latino woman the same way Black men are.
Who? So who is?
I don't need to say names. You can look at the statistics. Look it up.
I mean, statistics can be swayed and altered. So that it's hard to even listen to.
Every fact you just have but just say that you don't care that these women are being sexualized and that has nothing to do with you. Just say you don't care and you're fine. Why do you? If you don't care,
Fighter doesn't care.
Why you keep fighting my facts every time I point? He does care at the end of the day because he's a Dominican man, and at the end of the day, no matter how he feels, he's still a man, and his job is to protect women. So even though he's trying to put up a facade that he doesn't care about his woman, that's why he sat up here on a panel for almost 3 hours. And every time I put up a fact about what's damaging the Latino woman, he has like this fake comfort. He does care.
I haven't been here 3 hours though.
Okay, well, 2 hours.
Not even 2 hours.
Oh, an hour. But
okay,
we've been having this conversation. Like we have this conversation billions of times, and every time I bring up Latino woman, you get so triggered, and you like always like. But at the end of the day, you should think. Hold on, wait. You should think of me as an ally because I'm trying to warn a Spanish woman about what's a Latino woman of what's going to happen.
All right, I'm raising my hand because I want to speak. A man. What is it? A man? Listen, you guys like, oh, men should protect all Latina women. If a Chilean woman is getting slutted out, that's none of my business because I'm not Chilean.
No, fighter. I'm getting what he's saying about that. It is like our image, the image of Latin American women is being destroyed. You know.
Yes.
And it's true. And it's true. My response is actually it's true, but I cannot help it. The only ones that can really help it are those women, because if they will do whatever they want to, because we're not in the Middle East where men can truly control our lives. That's the thing, and it begins at the house. If your father is not there to, many women, with good fathers and fathers in the house, they end up, doing crazy things. So that's not even the point. But the thing is, like, yes, our image is being destroyed. It's right. What he says is right. My only thing is like, the reason why they go to the DR and Colombia and Venezuela and all those countries.
They're beautiful.
Because they feel attracted to them.
Right.
Not because those men do not protect them. The thing is like those, it's the political the political institutions truly don't care. Not the Dominican man individually, but like
Paula
goes there and record those women.
Paula, can you give me okay, so in Dominican Republic specifically, can you tell me like something drastically that the men do in your society to protect you?
I have brothers, I have cousins, of course. They have always protected me.
Right, always.
Yeah, but like what well, like what's the standard like that? Like, because there has to be something that's going on there. Like, do you think those prostitutes not have brothers and sisters, brothers and fathers? Why do you think that they're not being protected?
I will tell you why. Because those prostitutes have brothers and sisters and everyone, but they're the ones they put bread on the table. Those girls, when they do that, is because they have not found a job. Many of them,
they're providing for the family.
Their mother is sick, whatever. There are thousands of reasons. They come from broken homes, and no one can tell them anything. It's like, you cannot tell me not to do this if I'm feeding you.
So you would say that there's a huge like father problem and arising in DR.
It's rising in the earth,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
Of
So
course.
I mean, my
We're
point.
not in the 80s anymore.
Okay. So I mean,
It's rising, of course.
I mean, does Eddie know the opportunities that Dominicans have? Do you know why Dominicans flee DR and come to America and come to like go to Puerto Rico or whatever, or they used to go to Puerto Rico, not now, but
No, like our economy thing.
exactly.
But at the same time, that's also another topic. We have a huge problem as Dominicans. We don't believe in ourselves. We always think that the salvation is in the US, is everywhere except the Dominican Republic.
Right, Spain.
We don't have like this huge love for our country and huge belief in us as a person and in other Dominicans. So we think like even a lot of doctors, lawyers, whatever that don't speak English, they they emigrate and they become, what are they doing? Cleaning toilets. It's because they didn't believe in them and in their country. Because we love capitalism. I once knew a guy that when I was in college in my beginning of my years, he lived in Colombia, I guess, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and all that stuff. And he said the problem that you guys have, even my man, when we were like 3 weeks dating, he said like you guys are too heavily American influenced. Like that American capitalistic system is too much on us. We want success fast. We want money fast, and we know the value of money. You will go to Cuba, and you with $100, like a woman would be there for you, like, oh my God, she's rich. You give her shampoo, milk, and all that stuff. Dominican women, we know the value of money. We want expensive stuff. We don't want like things with which you can survive. We want more materialistic things. We want to show off more. And we don't believe in that. We say like, okay, if I am in the US, I'm cleaning after 3 or 2 years, I can have that, whilst in the Dominican Republic that will take me 5 years. So we don't believe, that's my mistake. We don't believe in ourselves, and that if we have our economical and social problems, but the lack of belief in ourselves, in our nation, lack of love is for me greater, because there is a lot of opportunity in the DR. A lot. But
sounds like a lack of leadership and a lack of and a lack of fatherness, which
there's no leadership.
back on the man, not protecting.
No, okay. If that's what you mean, totally, of course. No one is protecting anyone. Everyone is very individualistic, trying to get rich. Trying to get rich. Self. You try to become rich yourself. It's like, I'm going to save me, you save you. Let me take my mask, I put on my mask, and you save yourself. That if that is what you mean with we're not protecting our women, yes. Eddie, you are totally right. I have to agree with you on that 100.
Wow, thank you. I finally get a you know what? Because I study this, and it's so funny because like a lot of Latin people, they think just because I know they're used to when Black people talk about their culture that it's usually on a defensive part, but when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about a place of research. I'm talking about it from a place of like caring and like just seeing the cycle of what goes on in all these countries, especially when it comes to America. Mm-hmm. So that's why, and of course I get offended when people talk about things like that happen in Jamaica and things that happen in Trinidad, but I'm not going to get mad when they're right, because it's a harsh reality, and the quicker we face reality, the quicker we can face change. We can make
you have to say government, political bodies, but because when you say they're men, it seems like Dominican man, your brother, your sister, your brother, your father, your cousin, your grandfather, your boyfriend. If you say the Dominican government, it's different. There is no protection. Blood, moon, fresa. I have to. My parents had to flee, yes, but they never believed in the Dominican Republic. They started things. Sorry, I have to disagree with you. There is a lot of opportunity, not a job, not an employee opportunity. That was actually the intention of this channel. There aren't enough jobs in the world, not only the Dominican Republic. In 5 years, you will have to become an entrepreneur. You have to deliver a service. And with artificial intelligence, automatization, and all that stuff, the world is shifting. Nowadays, you are your own banker. Sorry that it's just 1 minute. You don't have to go to the bank anymore. You're
Right.
here on your iPhone.
That's true.
You know, like everything is shifted, but we are interested in hookah, dembow, and all that stuff, reggaeton. And there is a lot. Come on, like the world is increasing. The world population is increasing. Why aren't we investing more in agriculture and making added value, like not just exporting pineapple? Why don't you make like piña powder?
But
You know, sorry, that's another topic, but that was my answer.
That's actually on point, because those are the things that I'm trying to bring to light, and what's going to happen in the next 5 years when we talk about classism. So it's all going to be all the culture people who are going to be able to survive this
We will die.
this real pandemic that's going to happen, because they're going to be able to know how to cook, they're going to be able to know how to trade, they're going to know how to plant, they're going to be able to know, and these are all things y'all learn in y'all countries. But when you come here and y'all allow other cultures like white and black, or which I would call gringos, right? When y'all allow them to like take away your culture from you and place you into a category, you lose that, and then you come here and then you get Americanized, and then the things that they're teaching you is not things for you to survive, because you end up getting pushed to the bottom.
Exactly.
Because that's why they teach you those things.
That's going to be one debate, but in Spanish, like, is immigration really an option nowadays? No, because we are having degrees there, and there is a brain drain. Like my oldest sister in the DR, father's side, she has like an excellent job, but it took her years to be there. You know, she's working for the government, regardless which political party is there. She's still there. She's like like a chief of a region in the Dominican Republic on a certain thing. But her friend, she migrated in 2000 to Scandinavia, and she's still mapping floors. That's what I mean. Is that an opportunity? Is that an opportunity? My sister was like, no. Yo luché mucho por mi diploma. Yo no voy a dedicar al extranjero a trapear jamás en la vida. You know, like I have family in the DR. They come from the same of course, same social economic level as me. But come on, they all have their house, their little apartment, and their car, and whatever. You know, they had to work hard. There's less opportunity, and you have to work, of course, very hard. We do not come from the middle class or the upper middle class, but you will get some. I can give you thousands of examples from whoever was an engineer and is in a bodeguero in New York and all that stuff. And many of us, of our parents, have migrated. And what do we become? Not me specifically, but many of us, hairdressers, barbers, blah, blah, blah. Did our parents really emigrate to us become a barber? Okay, of course, we live like more like poor people in a dignified way, better than in the DR. However, I think we could put all that effort in our country and make our country richer. I was also brainwashed. I was 10 almost 11 when I migrated here. And I also, that's why I want to be in the DR in 5 years. But I thought like an employee, like, oh my gosh, I truly need to find a job there. Which job? You have to create your job nowadays. Sorry, the world is how it is. Yeah, that's another topic, but I cannot get a job with none of my degrees in the DR. Why? Because I do not have a connection. I have to create my job and deliver a service. Because we are children of people that were more entrepreneurial, but we were educated with an employee mindset. They wanted us to become an employee, to work for a big corporation. And there, people have that mindset as well.
True.
And then to invest in entrepreneurship. If nowadays, more than ever, with technology, there are also more opportunities. You know,
Right.
sorry.
That's true. That's true.
We don't believe in our country. We don't believe in ourselves. And then we have people from other countries that come in our country, invest, do some business, and then it's like, oh, they're stealing from us, or they become wealthy, but we did not believe in ourselves. Sorry.
Right. Right.
Dominicans are raising their children to get an education. No, most Dominicans are not raising their children to get. No, I disagree, Blood Moon. I do believe that Dominicans are raising their children to have an education. However, they don't give the space to those children. They want their children to become doctors, lawyers, and whatever, but they don't give the space. They have every weekend un coro, una comelona, whatever. And that take, your child, having good grades in school, that costs a lot of concentration and that kind of stuff.
That's why it's important. It's important to save your culture and preserve it, because at the end of the day, like and a lot of people get scared to like be labeled racist or be labeled like a bigot just for like preserving yourself, because it affects a lot of things. Like if you look at like this topic we're even talking about from the Black community and the Latin community, it goes back to culture. There's a disruption in the Latin culture, and there's a huge disruption and the Black culture. So that's why all of this has happened. Like if everybody would just be, and I'm not trying to say be separate because we can all be friends, but if people would like just focus on just preserving like what they learn, like we would have much better things to deliver with each other, right? Because like right now we're all friends and there's things that we can contribute to each other. We're not even doing that. We're up here like fighting about like, these crazy men that like really the reality nobody even wants. We're over here fighting, letting other people pin us against each other when we can just spend. Let me tell you something right now. If and this is why I'm trying to like get y'all to understand it's going to be a class system. If we were to separate all of that out and just like I hate to say it, like just cut off all the disgusting people around us, and we just create a class of people with Black and Latino people who is actually willing to do the work to preserve like land and like farm and all this other stuff, like we would survive if this was the purge, or if this was like the end of the world, because we like to do the labor, and that's what it's going to come down to. But we're so focused on doing like this new society thought process of how labor is supposed to be done. We're forgetting that if anything was to ever happen in the world, that our culture will keep us alive, not this real American culture.
But okay, I guess I get what you mean. But when you say that we have to separate ourselves from Black culture, you mean Black wretched culture, right?
No. I'm talking about like
Preserving your culture, of course.
yeah, but I'm
The way
gonna
that
keep
the
it real with
people from
you.
India do it, the way the Arabs do it, the way the
Yeah, but like
Asians do it.
but as of right now, y'all gonna not like that I'm gonna say this, but at the end of the day, the Black culture is so tarnished. There's no returning that name. So like the people who like are going to be able to like be in this new class system in a higher ranking, like they would have to like not even call themselves Black, because you can even see the word like, oh, talk about Black culture, because you can even see like the negativity it brings, like when we talk about Black culture. Like it's never going to there's no we will focus, like it will take like 85 years for us to like repair that name. Like everybody would have to die off who knows about Black culture, and like we don't have that much time.
Okay, that's what rappers did and all those media people. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, I know. I finally get what you say, actually. But still, I don't agree with the concept, but I know what you mean. I totally finally understood what you mean.
I know, but because I know I talk about it like a little more barbaric because I'm passionate about it, and like
Yeah,
at the end of
no.
the day, I'm willing, as a man, like I'm willing to do what I need to do to preserve like the culture and the women that are around me. So of course I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to say it a little bit differently than a woman is going to say it.
No, I understand it. I like your passion. I'm also very passionate. That's why I told you, like, don't be mad at me. It's like I'm also the devil's advocate and all that stuff. And Blood Moon says, and I agree, surround yourself with people who want to succeed and leave the trash behind. Of course, totally agree. But no, now I get more. I finally understand what you mean. Actually, it's just again the concept. I don't know, but I get it.
I know you gotta be politically correct. I'm over that
No,
stage.
correct.
I can't be that way. But actually, I could be honest. This is the most professional I have been on anybody's channel.
The most professional.
Yeah.
You're
because
always.
we had a good back and forth dialogue.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
No, I really appreciate you coming here because, as
And
I
Kina, you do a good job too. But like your people be pissing me off.
no, Christina is sweet. She's not there. Yeah, no, those guys during the last lives were getting crazy. No, but I truly wanted you here, of course, and everyone. But as I've seen your lives with Sidin and other people, some of them, and I always have an opposite view than yours, and I think that makes it very interesting when you have people with an opposite view. But actually, I finally understood. I also agree with you. Don't agree on other things, and that's okay. Like with Blood Moon, I agree with her on many things, and I disagree with her on other things, and I think that makes everything a bit interesting. Like I learned now from you. I got to understand what you meant, and and it's true. And I think that makes everything like more interesting. I don't like echo chambers at all, and I think we should like learn from all these topics. I'm here. When you're realistic, you get banned. Yeah. Well, guys, should we wrap it up? Does anyone has? And thank you, Eddie, for your points and joining, and like even the concept that I can agree were very interesting. And thank you for opening more our eyes, minds, and everyone's. Princess Fire Complex, do you have anything to say?
No. I'm just waiting for Eddie's live to start.
I'll start soon. But I really want to say, Paula, thank you so much for having me. And thank you for like actually trying to listen to my point of view and like actually, doing a good job with the panel. And I want to thank the panel members too, even though it did get a little aggressive. Thank you for at least trying
Thank
to
you.
understand. Like I know that sometimes I say some crazy stuff, but understand that there's always ideology to it, and it's always out of love, never malicious.
No, I know. I think that's thank you. That's the idea of these kind of panels, and thank you everyone for behaving very well. We didn't have. I will not say his name. He's smart, but he's crazy. Thank you everyone. Princess Fighter Complex. Fighter. Okay. So guys, I will end the live. I hope that Blood Moon will join one day. But anyways, thank you guys. And who's having a? I'm not joining the live. It's 2 o'clock.
I'm gonna be having a live right like at 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like right now, soon, in a few minutes.
In a few minutes. Okay, I will join.
It's gonna be a little ratchet because that's what the people want. So I have to be a little ratchet.
Okay, no problem. I will join. I will back.
I will send you the link to his video.
Okay, in my Instagram, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Eddie, Princess.
Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.